that was only 3 plays there, Coach, and it is a quick 6-0 ball game. Amarillo Sandies lead. Here comes the point after attempt here by the Sandies. Kick is up and good. Again, this is the road to the UIL State Championship presented by your Texas Ford dealers. Here is an early lead by Amarillo, 7-0 over the home team, El Dorado. A quick pitch and catch there, Coach, for a touchdown.
Yeah, a nice little 3-play drive for the Amarillo Sandies to get the first score. And that was set up by a nice return by Mr. Randall that gets the ball into El Dorado territory and sets them up with good field position.
Well, we'll see what the Aztecs can do now as hopefully they'll give their big-time running back Ryan Estrada an opportunity to do something on the offensive side of things. But as we've talked before the game, Coach, Amarillo, they're pretty stacked up on the line.
Yes, they really are. They got good size. They're very athletic. And, this reminds me of the same start that they had last year at this time in the bi-district round. These two teams met at that time as well.
You are correct, Coach. So this is a rematch of last year's playoff round. And here we go. We're back to the action. Amarillo's lining up here to kick. And the Aztecs are ready to receive, including Jadarius Sanders back there with Ryan Estrada. They keep it up close, right at the 19-yard line. And scooches in there across the 30 to about the 32-yard line.
Yeah, nice job there by, that is the returner's number 4. That would be Rashawn Bryant with a good job there. And not bad starting field position for the El Dorado Aztecs from the first drive.
Give them an opportunity here to tie it up here on this drive, as they're going to need to do that, Coach, to keep up, as we've talked again, looking at the scores for Amarillo coming into this, scoring 55 points in one game, 79 points in another. They got to keep up one way or another, Coach.
That's exactly right. And last year, the final score was 45-14 in favor of the Sandies as well.
Here come the Aztecs lined up in a shotgun formation. Handoff in the middle to Estrada. He jukes over to the right, scooches up for about a 2-yard gain.
Running one of their favorite plays for the Aztecs, that little GT counter pull. And not much room there. Good job by the defense of the Sandies.
Again, looking at the defensive line, you got a big man in the middle there for the Sandies, number 63, Graham Austin, 6'4", 225.
Is that all?
That's about where I'm at, Coach, but he looks a little bit bigger and more bulkier than me. I bet you he lifts a lot more than I do as well, Coach.
I'm sure.
Here comes a pistol formation, now spread out 3, and they give it the handoff once again to Estrada. He goes across the scrimmage line there, gains about 1 yard.
Yeah, a little outside zone that time for the Aztecs, and Estrada trying to get going, but a good job defensively by the Sandies in stringing it out to the sideline.
Third down coming up now for the Aztecs. 3rd and 5 here, 10:33 on the clock. Again, 7-0 is the score early in the first quarter.
And then what you're going to see, I know it's early in the ball game, but this is a crucial down here for the El Dorado Aztecs. They need to start to build some kind of momentum and not fall too far behind. And as you can see there, a little bit of a tempo offense, a slow tempo offense here at this point, trying to run the clock.
Quarterback Bryson Booth gets the play call from his coaches on the sideline, fakes the handoff, throws. There's a wide open man, catches it, and he's going down to the 20, the 10, and it's a touchdown for the Aztecs.
Rashawn Bryant with a 63-yard touchdown pass. Nice throw there by Bryson Booth on that play action.
The play action, Coach, I believe that's what set it up nicely, going twice in a row to Estrada, faking the handoff to him. Wide open, no one within 10 yards of the receiver.
And by the way, there was a flag on the play. It was offsides on Amarillo, and they do decline, obviously. And the El Dorado Aztecs take 3 plays, just like the Amarillo Sandies did, 3 plays to score.
Just like we were saying, Coach, they got to keep up.
They do.
And they got this, and every point matters.
Right.
Here's the PAT now coming from the Aztecs. This will be number 44, Oscar Salazar. And It is up and good. 7-7. All Dorado and Amarillo here at SAC 2 as a part of the road to the UIL State Championship presented by your Texas Ford dealer. We'll be right back after these messages.
You by your Texas Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Texas.
Welcome back. The road to the UIL State Championship presented by your Texas Ford dealers. I'm Eddie Morelos, joined alongside Tony Grijalva. We got a ball game already, Coach. 7-7, 6 plays by each, total here. But the Sandys come in from Amarillo and to take on the Aztecs, who are led by Ryan Estrada, Coach.
That's exactly right. The Sandys come in fourth. They're the fourth seed in 5A District 2, 5A District 2. The El Dorado Aztecs were the district champs in their district.
And here's the kickoff return by the Sandys, taking up the middle. And it's a nice return, but they stop them at approximately the 31-yard line, giving them the 32, it looks like. The Aztecs are saying they took the ball away, but they called it dead, I believe.
I think that's what it is.
They held him up, Coach. They hit him hard, held him up. They said they took it away, but they called it dead.
Yeah, they did, and it was the right call. He was down, his knee was down, and they were still trying to strip the ball. But nonetheless, 1st and 10 for the Amarillo Sandys. This is possession number 2.
Possession number 2 here for the Sandys, Coach, starting from the 32-yard line, 9:49 on the clock, 7-7 ball game. See what they do here. Again, 3 plays in the last drive. Here's a pass out to the left side. Nice catch there. Breaks a tackle, picks up a first down. It will be number 84 for the Sandys, Coach.
Yeah, number 84, the tight end, or wide receiver in this case, Jeb Grammer. He's a sophomore.
That was a great catch as he really reached up and pulled it down. He used all his 5'11 frame there to suck that ball in and get a first down.
Yep, their quarterback for the Sandys, that is Jet Lopez, the senior, over 2,300 yards passing and 36 touchdowns for the season.
127 quarterback rating. There's another nice toss there. He was open, just overthrown. The intended receiver there was Jude Donovan. I apologize.
Yeah, Matthew Pinto, the strong safety for the Aztecs, got beat a little bit. Luckily, the ball was just a bit overthrown.
Little anxious throw there by the quarterback, I believe there. When you see that, your eyes open up and pop out of your head sometimes.
True.
And he went for that one, but for the Aztecs, fortunate play there. Here's the handoff right up the middle. Breaks a tackle and gets about 8 yards there. Nice stop there for the Aztecs, bringing up 3rd down.
Yeah, that's the running back, Jude Donovan for the Sandys, and he is their leading rusher in for the season. He has over 1,300 yards, 14 touchdowns rushing.
Well, I'm sure he's wanting to get a 15 touchdown in a playoff game. Yep. The Aztecs have a big 3rd down here. Give it up the middle one. Nope, it's a keeper.
Yep.
And an option play. First down for the Sandys. Breaks 1 tackle, 2 tackles, pulled down at the 20-yard line, Coach.
Yep, that was at least a 35-yard gain on that play, and that's very similar. That's what they ran last year against the El Dorado Aztecs, running option.
And how about the quarterback tosses it, then blocks? Wow. I remember growing up, they used to say, quarterbacks aren't supposed to block. Not here. Nice block there by the quarterback, Jet Lopez. Shotgun formation once again. False start there. The tackle on the left side, number 72, called on that one, Abram Herm.
Yeah, a little bit too anxious to get that play going, and moves him back 5 yards. This is the first play that the Sandys have had behind the chains.
And let's
see how they go.
The moment he did it, he hit himself on the head and said, he knew. Can't be doing that. Not in a game like this. 1st down and 15 coming up now, Coach.
Yep. trips to the far side again. The tight end. The Sandys like to use a tight end, power sets.
Fakes it, keeps it up the middle, and it is tackled down for about a gain of 5 back to the 20-yard line. And it looks like we'll have to have an injury timeout here as there's someone down. Yep, they will go ahead and take that. And we'll go ahead and take that along with that. This is the road to the UIL State Championship presented by your Texas Ford dealers. We'll be right back after these messages.
I've seen a lot of Texas out on the open road. From up in Amarillo down to San Antone. No matter where I travel, one thing remains the same. Everybody loves Ford here in the Lone Star State. Ford is the best in Texas.
Welcome back. The road to the UIL State Championship presented by your Texas Ford dealers. We got ourselves a ball game 7-7. El Dorado taking on Amarillo Sandys. Coach, is very interesting because technically Amarillo's 2-8.
Right.
But looking at all the scores, they had to forfeit 6 games
Correct.
due to rules in the UIL.
Right.
And, but when we're seeing here on the field, they are not a 2-8 team.
No, they're not. Far from that right now. And as you look at the Sandys, they're right on the edge of the red zone, by the way, Eddie, right at the 20-yard line on second down.
Second down and 10. Again, they are stacked at the line. They just had an injury, but the replacement is just as big and strong here on second down. Pass up the middle, and it is caught. Right up the middle for a first down at about the 4-yard line. Looked like number 11 there,
Yes,
Coach,
sir.
on that, Oliver Parsons.
Oliver Parsons, you see there on the replay, did a great job there, caught the ball with his hands. He was well covered. Very similar to the play that they scored on earlier. That time good enough for a first down, first and goal for the Sandys.
Very surprising catch because, as you just said, he was very well covered.
Yep.
Here comes first and goal from the 4-yard line. Stacked it up there in the middle. Shotgun formation motion. Handoff to the left side. Jet sweep there. Nicely covered by the Aztecs.
Good job there, the defense of just stringing it out. That's number 24 out there for the El Dorado Aztecs. That's Xavier Torres, the outside linebacker, did a great job of stringing it out and knocking the ball carrier out of bounds.
The Sandys have established a run game, but they also have a pass game.
Right.
So now the Aztecs have to stay on their toes here, Coach.
Yeah, that's what makes it difficult about trying to defend this kind of offense. They play power sets, obviously, but they like to throw the ball out of them. Just like that.
There's a toss out to the left. Caught there. Stiff arm there by Oliver Parsons for a touchdown.
Yeah, that was Andrew Estrada on the coverage there and just missed the tackle. A nice move inside to get into the end zone. And there's another lead for the Amarillo Sandys.
And Coach, you've done this long. So long. You know about the fundamentals. One-on-one tackling is extremely important because of plays like that.
Exactly right. And especially out in the open field.
There is the point after attempt. It is good. It is now 14-7. Amarillo Sandys lead El Dorado Aztecs. This is the road to the UIL State Championship presented by your Texas Ford dealers. We'll be right back after these messages.
This game is brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Texas.
Okay. Welcome back. The road to the UIL State Championship presented by your Texas Ford dealers. Amarillo Sandy's lead over El Dorado Aztecs 14-7. The kickoff is underway once again, taking it from the 20-yard line. The Aztecs have the ball pushed out of bounds at approximately the 26-yard line, Coach.
That's Rashad Bryant again with the return. It seems like the Sandys, their philosophy in the kickoff anyway is to kick it short, kick it to the sideline, and cover.
And that's exactly what happened there. Nice coverage once again. You know, they can't make a mistake on that because they can just go down the sideline if that were to happen. So the Aztecs have the ball, Coach. Let's see what they do here on this second possession for them.
Yep. First and 10, the ball is marked at about the 26-yard line. And, as you mentioned, we'll see if they can get Ryan Estrada going on offense or if they're going to run their play action like they did in that first series.
Let's see if they use some of their explosiveness with Ryan Estrada here as they line up in a shotgun pistol formation. Hand it off to Estrada, goes to the left side, and he breaks one tackle. Flag comes in. And he's down to about the 31-yard line. The flag where it came from, Coach. I'm going to assume a hold.
Yep. That was great effort, though, by Ryan Estrada. They're just looking. It's an outside zone, looking for a seam, trying to cut up the field. But there was a little bit of a hold, looks like, on the backside.
And there's also an injury, but we'll go ahead and keep our eyes on the referee here, Coach, and see what the call is. As they have not made an official call yet, not that I've seen.
No, they're still discussing it. Again, the flag came from the backside after Estrada had already run to the near side over here, and they're trying to make sure they get that call straight.
They're holding one official to step it off, it looks like, and they are going to. It looks like it was a hold. Take it back 10 yards to the 16-yard line.
Exactly. And so far, offensively for the Aztecs, they've run one play inside that counter that they ran. They've run two plays outside with Ryan Estrada, and then that play action pass. So we'll see what the strategy is going to be here for the El Dorado Aztecs offensively.
After that, with the injury there to the Aztecs, they huddle up with their coaches, get a game plan going as we got 1st and 20 now for the Aztecs. Pistol formation. Two receivers out to the left side, one out to the right side. Spreading it out. There goes Estrada, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
Hand off in the middle there, though. And gets back to the line of scrimmage. Second down coming up.
Yeah, did not fool. That was Jadarius Sanders lined up in the backfield. And, that motion just was a little bit of eye candy for the defense.
Yeah.
And they didn't. The Sandys did not go for it. They were right on top of that one with Jadarius Sanders coming inside.
Second down and 20 now for the Aztecs. They got to fight here. They got to do everything they can to regain the yards that they lost on that big hold there. Spreading out once again, three receivers to the left side, and there we go to the left side. Pass it to the right side, though, in the middle. And the Aztecs wanted a flag there, but I think it was too far out of range for him to catch, Coach.
Yeah, Jadarius Sanders was trying to run a post there on the backside, and the cornerback was in a trail technique. He did have his hand on his hips, but as you said, I think the ball was a little bit too far over his head.
Yeah, there was nothing major. I didn't see anything major, at least on my end there, Coach, where he was really holding on to call a hold or anything like that. It was just a little bit of hands there on the backside there.
Yeah, the Aztecs, they need to be careful here on this down. It's 3rd down and long. You don't want to have a turnover here, but once again, you want to get a 1st down. So I'm sure they're going to put the ball in the air. We'll see what happens right here.
Junior Bryson Booth, the quarterback for the Aztecs, takes the ball, fakes the handoff, throws it over on a little screen play there, cuts back and gets back to about the 21-yard line. 4th down coming up. The Aztecs will have to punt.
Yeah, that was a hitch screen to Jadarius Sanders on the far side over there, and not much room. The defense for the Sandys, very quick and good reaction time there to limit the game.
And they really swarmed after the ball there and got that tackle. Didn't let them get too much farther there. Great defensive stand there by the Sandys.
Right, and it looks like right now everything goes well. The Sandys will get good field position. The two return men are lined up just outside the 50-yard line.
Oscar Salazar will do the punting for the Aztecs. He's back there, he's ready, gets the ball. And there's
Whistle?
a whistle. I don't see a flag, but I see we heard the whistle.
Oh, here it's a delay game.
Oh, there it is, way back. Yep, delay of game. So
Timekeeper.
delay of game there by the Aztecs. Taking it back 5 more yards. Back to the 16 once again. Salazar will have to really boot this one to help his team out. Now the receivers are back at the 50. Punt is off. And taken from about the... Oh, it's Pooch there, Coach.
Yes, sir. Picks it up. Trying to run it back here.
This is
And
dangerous.
Boy, he's wheeling his way through everyone.
Gets down, back down to about the 34-yard line of the Aztecs after he muffed that ball. He took it, as we see here on the replay, picks it up from about the 39 and gets all the way back down in good field position.
Yep. And a 20-yard return on that punt where it looked like he was just barely going to be able to get control possession of it, and just did not happen.
1st and 10 for the Sandys, who have a 14-7 lead over El Dorado. They take it from the 34-yard line of the Aztecs. Quarterback Jet Lopez ready here. Makes the handoff, throws it to the left side. Wide open is the receiver. Gets out of bounds at about the 23-yard line for a first down.
Bubble screen to Oliver Parsons out there. Nice blocking by the receivers out there, giving him plenty of room, enough for a first down.
Once again, Coach, they've really established their offense now.
Oh, yeah.
Passing, running, and it makes it now already early on really tough for El Dorado. They have to be ready for everything.
Exactly.
Pass coming once again, throws it, tosses in the middle, wide open. Nice open field tackle there by the Aztecs.
That was number 3, Austin Sluter, with another catch. And again, it looks like the defense for the Aztecs is having a little bit of problems, especially covering in the middle of the field.
And they really are again. So they went that first play over to the left side. They looked over to the right. They can go into the middle, and it's wide open in the middle.
Yeah, it is.
Shotgun once again, gives the ball,
reverse.
fakes the reverse, and nice tackle there by the Aztecs. That was tackled there by number 12, Matthew Pinto.
Yeah, good reaction by the defense there on that fake reverse, actually. Reverse keep, I guess you could call it.
Again, they got to be ready for everything. Everything is being thrown at them. Maybe we might see a kitchen sink goal thrown in there. You never know.
True.
2nd and goal here for the Sandys from the 6-yard line. Toss to the left, spreads it out, keeps on going, cuts in, and it's a touchdown. Jude Donovan.
Jude Donovan with another touchdown for the Sandys. And again, as you mentioned, the offense right here, very, very efficient, both running and passing the ball.
So that'll take the ball. That'll take the score. There's a flag.
There's a flag. Yep.
So it's going to be
Bringing it back.
Taking it back. That's a break for the Aztecs. That's a big break for the Aztecs, because instead of going to 20-7, it stays 14-7. 2nd down and goal. 2nd and goal from about the 13-yard line now for the Sandys. See what they do here. They get the call in.
Big break here for the defense for the El Dorado Aztecs. They need a stop right here.
And off to the left side, comes up the middle, gains about 6 yards there, down to about the 4-yard line. That's number 5, Coach.
Yep. The misdirection play that time, running that motion across the formation and then running it back inside.
Jude Donovan, very athletic, Coach, very quick feet, and he goes in and out through defenders. And wow, I mean, he can really do a lot of things for his team.
Yep, he's a senior. Averages just about 10 yards every time he touches the ball.
Here comes the Sandys once again here on 3rd down. This is a challenge. It seems they're being challenged right now.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it in the middle. Lopez continues to go. Let's see if they give it to him. Nope, they don't.
Oh, no, just
They do
short.
not give it to him. They
Just
got him
short.
at the 1-yard line, but he had a second boost of energy there. And
Yeah.
wow, he almost got in, Coach. Wow.
Yep.
Inches.
Yeah, and the little assist from his friends as well
Yeah.
to try and get into the end zone.
That's-
The official marked a little short.
High IQ football player is on the line right there, Coach.
Yep. Oh, fourth down. Looks like they're going to go with it. They're going to go for it. No questions here.
Let's see here what direction they go there, Coach. Up the middle and walks right in there for a touchdown. Jude Donovan.
Donovan once again for a touchdown for the Amarillo Sandys. That drive took 6 plays that time to get into the end zone.
2:39 on the clock. Here comes the point after attempt for the Sandys. 20-7 is the current score, trying to get to 21-7. I give props to the El Dorado defense there on that stand. Just came up a little bit short.
Yep.
Point after is up. And it is good. 21-7. Amarillo leads El Dorado. You're watching the road to the UIL State Championship presented by your Texas Ford dealers. We'll be right back after these messages.
I've seen a lot of Texas out on the open road. From up in Amarillo down to San Antone. No matter where I travel, one thing remains the same. Everybody loves Ford here in the Lone Star State. Ford is the best in Texas.
Welcome back. The road to the UIL State Championship presented by your Texas Ford dealers. Amarillo taking on El Dorado High School here in El Paso, Texas. Amarillo currently leads 21-7, and the Aztecs will get the ball back. My name's Eddie Morelos, joined alongside Hall of Fame coach Tony Grijalva, and here comes a return from the 25-yard line. Takes it up the middle. You're right, Coach. That's the game plan on the kicking game.
Yep. I don't know what they call it now, Eddie. We used to call it a pooch kick.
Yes.
You pooch it up in the air and not deep. Okay. That was Adrian Olivas there on the return for the El Dorado Aztecs.
Got 1st and 10 now from the 33-yard line, I believe. See where they put the ball down. Yep, the 33-yard line of the El Dorado side of the field. The Aztecs will try to put something together. They scored on their first drive, had a struggle on their second drive, Coach. What can they do here now?
Yeah, well, they need to stay ahead of the change. That's a big what if there, and get positive yardage.
Rush up the middle, got the right side of the line pulling down to give some blocks for Estrada, but unfortunately stop them for no gain. 2nd and 10 coming.
Yeah, you see on the replay there, it was a GT counter once again to the near side, but again the defense for the Sandys, is just solid at the point of attack.
Oh, very much so, Coach. As I saw the line pulling, and I was expecting to see some heads knocked there, but nope. The Sandys defensive line, very strong, and handled it very well. Here comes a handoff to the right side, Estrada, and they get penetration this time, and about a 6-yard loss approximately there. You're right, Coach. We were talking before the game. I was super excited and interesting what Estrada could do against, an outside team from outside of El Paso.
Right.
And you said, man, they're going to key on Estrada, and that's what they're doing right now.
Yeah, and that was the key that they had last year. In order to try and slow down, you're not going to stop Estrada, but to slow him down, okay, you've got to tackle him before he gets momentum and gets started, and that's what the Sandys are doing right now.
3rd and 15, passing situation for the Aztecs. They spread it out, 2 receivers way outside. Fake the handoff to Estrada. Here's a man open in the middle. It's caught for a 1st down. That is number 16, Coach.
Yeah, 16. That's Tate Blackwell, the senior wide receiver. Not used much during the season, but a nice catch there and a nice throw by Bryson Booth there, moving to his left and then throwing across his body and hitting the open man.
And actually, Coach, 16 for the Aztecs.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Kentis Floyd.
Yes.
No
Thank
problem
you.
there, Coach.
Yep.
But again, nice wide open passing catch there. Again, they're keying on Estrada.
Right.
So that opens things up for the receivers there. Catches got to be made, passes got to be made for them to do nice gains like they just had. 1st and 10 now on the Amarillo side of the field. Handoff there. Sweep there to the left side. Picked up. Gains about 2 yards there. 2nd down coming, Coach.
That's Jadarius Sanders on a jet sweep there, trying to get everybody to block. It's like an extended pass at that point, but not much room there. It does gain about 2 yards.
We'll see if the Aztecs just let this one run out or if they go for one more play. It looks like they're going to get one more play in here as the quarterback, Bryson Booth, hustles in to – nope, let's see. They're gonna wait. Yeah, they're gonna go ahead and wait. So it's 21-7 now. Amarillo Sandy's lead over El Dorado Aztecs here in El Paso, Texas. You're watching the road to the UIL State Championships presented by your Texas Ford dealers. We'll be right back after these messages.
I've seen a lot of Texas out on the open road. From up in Amarillo down to San Antone. No matter where I travel, one thing remains the same. Everybody loves Ford here in the Lone Star State. Ford is the best in Texas.
Welcome back to the this is the road to the UIL State Championship presented by your Texas Ford dealers. Amarillo High School leads El Dorado High School 21-7. This is the start of the 2nd quarter here in El Paso, Texas. And it's a nice pass there, and the defense was there. He read that very nicely, Coach Creed Cavalier.
Yep, that was intended for number 4 for the Aztecs. That's Rashad Bryant, and he did have a step on the defender. Bryson Booth threw maybe a little bit behind him, and a nice play defensively. He knocked that ball away.
Yeah, the safety there for the Sandys. I thought the Aztecs had it when I was first watching that there. As you said, he had a step on him, but the safety was there all over that, Coach.
Yep. Brings up a 3rd down, 3rd and long. Looks like about 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8 coming here for the Aztecs. See what they do here. Shotgun, pistol formation. Fake the handoff to Estrada. Pressure. And they're calling it that it was a lateral pass.
Yes.
Which is surprising to me there, Coach.
Yeah, it is. He was going forward. He got hit. Adrian Olivas was standing there all by himself. So he decided to pick up the ball and try and run with it.
Well, I mean, smart play, right? You stay in knowing what's going on, knowing the situation, because that could have been ugly. They're going for it on 4th down here, Coach.
4th and 11 here for the. No, it's going to be.
They're going to go ahead and punt it. Yep. They got someone going back now. Then they have to move over a defender. They can't be right over the center. Mm-hmm. Nice punt. And it goes into the end zone. It bounced at the 3-yard line. 21-7. Amarillo leads El Dorado. This is the road to the UIL State Championship. And we'll go ahead and stay here for this one, Coach. And we'll see what the Sandys do here on this next possession, as their offense is just explosive and they can do everything.
Yeah, they can. I mean, you look at their team stats. They average 187 yards rushing. They average 251 yards passing. So they usually average about 437 yards a ball game. They may be about halfway there right now.
And again, Austin Sluter, receiver, has 14 TDs on the year. We've seen him do quite a bit already today, as well as Jude Donovan. He's doing everything tonight. Here comes the Sandys now. Go off to the right side. It's a toss down the line.
look
Wide
out.
open. Gets it in stride from the 20-yard line. An 80-yard touchdown pass. I believe that's number 16.
Yes, sir. That's number 16, wide receiver out there on the far side. That is Tate Blackwell.
There it is, Coach Tate Blackwell on that one. I mean, he just beat him.
Yeah, he just got behind the corner, and then you have to credit Jet Lopez with that throw. I mean, he just dropped it. He dropped the dime in there, right in stride.
No other way to describe it, Coach. You described it there perfectly. Dropped the dime because, yeah, as I was watching it in stride, like we see in Sundays. The point after attempt there, 28-7. El Dorado leads 10:56 here in the second quarter. This is the road to the UIL State Championships presented by your Texas Ford dealers. We'll be right back after this quick message.
This game is brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Texas.
And welcome back. Road to the UIL State Championship presented by your Texas Ford dealers. Amarillo leads 28-7 here with 10:56 in the second quarter. The Aztecs will get the ball back. Coach, I mean, El Dorado entered the game 9-1. They scored 59 points last week against Parkland, right. And they need to start scoring those kind of points right now.
Yeah, they certainly do. And if you saw that replay of that previous play, that the receiver for the Sandys just beat the defense. That's as simple as it gets. The Amarillo Sandys have 4 possessions. They have 4 touchdowns.
And, Coach, I was talking with you guys, about the levels of play of Texas all around the state. And there's various levels as we go through various parts of the state.
Sure.
And here's a nice return here by the Aztecs. Number 2 for El Dorado takes it all the way to about the 47-yard line. 1st and 10, El Dorado.
Jadarius Sanders, the senior, the New Mexico State commit, is a very good athlete, and you've got to get him the ball a little bit more. He showed his athletic ability there on that return.
Very athletic, 6'2", approximately 165. I think he's a little bit bigger than that myself, especially to go through, defenders the way he just did.
Exactly. So now the El Dorado Aztecs looking for a score. It's not out of reach yet, but every possession is going to be important now.
Very much so, Coach. They spread it out 3 to the left, throw it out to the left side. The defender comes up nicely and makes an open field tackle. Here comes the rest of the defenders swarming all over that ball, and no gain there for a 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, that was a good throw. A little hitch pass out there to the far side. That was number 16, Quintez Floyd once again, but not much room, as you said. Very alert defense by the Sandys.
Yeah, the defensive back there who was defending that came up very quickly. He got very aggressively, got past the blockers, and that's what he needed to make that first tackle, and then the rest of the team came.
Exactly.
Spreading it out once again, Coach, and here comes Estrada. They fake the handoff to him. It's a keeper there up the middle. Gains about 4 or 5 yards there. Coming up will be 3rd down.
Yeah, Bryson Booth with the keeper there on that counter. GT counter, faking the jet sweep. Again, a little bit of eye candy here, using Estrada as a decoy, but pretty good yardage here for 3rd down.
And I think they need to do that once in a while, Coach, because again, they're keying on him so much, because look at what it just did there. If it was 2nd and 10, gained 5 yards here, and it opens things up when they do those kinds of things there.
Exactly right, and that's what the Aztecs want to do at this point. Brings up 3rd and manageable here.
Here comes the handoff up the middle to Estrada. This time gains about 3 yards there, but again, they're going to look at him every play. And the defenders were there in the middle. Big, strong guys up in the middle of the line there, Coach, and stuff them for 4th down coming up. Yeah,
4th down, big play here once again for the Aztecs. Ball is marked at, looks like the 46-yard line of the Sandys.
Let's see if they do the same thing they did just previously, where they line up and then they punt. Maybe not.
No, I think they're going to go ahead and run the play here.
They do fake the handoff once again, and it is intercepted there by the Sandys. The El Dorado Aztec receiver had his arm on the ball. It was loose. The defender, number 7, A.J. Randall, pulled it out of his arm.
That's exactly right. You look at the replay there, and a great pass right on the money, and Sanders looked like he had it in his chest, and all of a sudden the defender comes and just pulls it away.
There it is. 1st and 10 now for the Sandys from the 38-yard line. We'll see what they do here. It's 28-7, 8:40 in the second quarter, Coach. The Aztecs really need to stop right now.
Well, now that just shows the aggression of the Amarillo squad. Well, we've seen it since the game started.
Yes, very much so. Very much an aggressive defense. Their offense can do pretty much anything and everything. They do so many things. They drop right back on this one. Pass there, caught across the 50-yard line. Nice juke there. Continues on, takes it down to the 35, and gets across to about the 33-yard line.
Oliver Parsons with a simple out route. You see there on the replay, just a simple out route there, and just makes an inside move and gets an extra 10 yards there for the Sandys.
Sandys have a 1st and 10. They're on the Aztec side of the field now. Here comes the offense once again. Look over, get the play call. And they can throw it, they can run it. And they spread it out this time. 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Motion coming. Pressure.
Nice job there by the defense. They were trying to set up a what they call a jailbird screen or a tunnel screen.
Okay.
But a nice job there defensively. I believe that was Adrian Olivas that was there to break it up.
I want to say the intended receiver might have been Austin Sluter once again.
Correct.
And once they get him the ball, Coach, he's done a lot tonight already. He can do a lot.
Yes, we have already seen what he's capable of. You're exactly right.
2nd and 10 coming for the Sandys here. 34-yard line. Fake the handoff. Tight end was wide open. It went through his hands, and the defender dropped it as well.
that was a nice job there by Jet Lopez to get the ball there to the tight end, trying to run that seam route that time. That is Caden Binden.
Right through his hands,
Yep.
Coach, and fortunate for the Aztecs and unfortunate for the Sandys. But wow, that could have been what would have been a 1st and 10 for sure.
At least.
Yes.
At least. Yep.
So now the third down, which is we don't really see very much of tonight yet from the Sandys.
True.
And there's a pass down the middle, and here comes a 4th down. Nice stop there by the Aztecs.
Yeah, good job defensively that time. You had the corner with the outside coverage, and then the safety coming back over the top, and a nice job there. The throw was a little bit short by Lopez. Not usually what he does, but yeah, that was a little bit short.
Intended for Oliver Parsons. 4th down coming. Looks like they will be going for it here from the 34-yard line. So they'll need to get at least to the 24-yard line to continue on, or it'll be a turnover on downs. Drops back, pressure coming.
It is.
Wide open, drops it in there. No one around within 10 yards. Touchdown, Amarillo, 34-7.
That was number 16, Tate Blackwell, with the reception there and the touchdown. And once again, you saw El Dorado Aztecs. They brought the house. They brought everybody. That means everybody's man in the backfield. You cannot be confused. You can't have a mix-up in that situation.
And that's exactly as I was watching the replay, Coach. I noticed the defenders, they were looking at each other like, where was the coverage?
Yep.
So you're right, Coach. When it's man-to-man, you cannot have those kind of confusions going on. Here comes the point after attempt for the Sandys. It is up, and it is good. 35-7 with 7:48 left in the first half. Amarillo leads El Dorado. We'll be right back Welcome back. The road to the UIL State Championship presented by your Texas Ford dealers. Amarillo taking on El Dorado, and the Sandys lead 35-7. Coach, the Aztecs had an opportunity for a big stop there. It was fourth down, a breakdown in coverage, and a touchdown pass there by the Sandys.
Yeah, then that's 5 for 5 now for Amarillo. And again, I have to remind the audience, this is not a 2-8 team. They're showing it right now on the field.
Most definitely, and there's the Pooch Kids once again, and he's dropped down at about the 16-yard line. Great coverage by the defense. And unfortunately, there is another injury, so we'll go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll be right back after these messages. Welcome back. Road to the UIL State Championship presented by your Texas Ford dealers. Amarillo Sandys lead 35-7 over the El Dorado Aztecs. Coach, the Sandys are a lot for the Aztecs to handle tonight.
Very efficient offensively. I mean, I'm just impressed by the play calling of the Amarillo offense. The offensive coordinator calling the plays, and then the execution of the players.
And here comes the Aztecs. They hand it to Ryan Estrada. He gets a block, and this is one of his best runs tonight, Coach.
Yep.
Gets out to about the 28, 29-yard line, and that's a first down for the Aztecs.
And that's the key to Ryan's running game is he needs to get started. He needs to get momentum going past the line of scrimmage, and then he'll do well with his speed. That's the first play, as you mentioned, that he's actually had that room and that opportunity to run up the field.
As we were mentioning all game long and before the game, that they were going to probably be keen on him every single down. And here comes the Aztecs on 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line. Back to Estrada up the middle. There's the linebackers right there teaming up. Three players actually there, Coach, for the Sandys. And gets about 2 yards there, but they push him right back.
It looked like he ran into a brick wall.
He bounced.
He was running downfield, and all of a sudden, he put on the brakes. That's Jabari Henderson, the middle linebacker there, that was in on the play.
It's like he bounced back. You're right, Coach. Like he hit a brick wall and he bounced back. That's, again, very strong, very big, and linebackers that they got, and just their defensive line there.
Yeah, exactly right.
Again, I'm impressed. Graham Osteen, the defense is sophomore, 6'4", 225. There's a deep pass, and it's overthrown. Good defense there by the Sandys. The defender was all over that, as you see on the replay.
Yeah, that was, looks like number 11 for the Aztecs, Jose Andujo, the intended receiver.
3rd down and 8 coming here for El Dorado. 6:21 left in the second quarter. It is 35-7. And again, the defense for the Sandys, the offense, they're very efficient. I like that word that you used there just a while ago, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, that just shows how well coached this team is. They do you could tell they do exactly what they're coached, and that they do it well.
Here comes a long 3rd down. It is a handoff to Estrada. He goes to the right side. Nice block there, and he breaks it open. No one will catch him. 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Aztecs. They needed that there, Coach.
Yes, they did. That was a 70-yard touchdown run by Ryan Estrada. And again, once he gets that momentum, running downhill, past the line of scrimmage, he is dangerous.
And I want to say, I missed the number there, Coach, but it was a nice block. I want to say it was 75, Caleb Morales there. I'm not exactly 100% sure, but I want to credit that pulling lineman there because it was a key block to open it up for Estrada down the line.
Exactly.
Allowed
him to turn the corner.
Point after attempt is up and good. That was a little scary there. 35-14, the Sandys lead. And again, 35-14, 6:09 left in the second quarter. We'll go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be right back after this message.
This game is brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Texas.
Welcome back. The road to the UAL State Championship presented by your Texas Ford dealers. 35-14, the Amarillo Sandies are leading the El Dorado Aztecs. Nice 71-yard run there by Ryan Estrada of the Aztecs to give them a little bit of momentum.
Yes, sir.
They had a nice defensive stand with the exception of the one breakdown on the fourth down. So we'll see if they can continue that to keep, stay in this game, because they're not out of it yet, Coach.
No, it's not out of reach completely. Oh, their little pooch kick,
And they fall on it at the 39-yard line there, the Sandies do.
Yeah, that was like a onside kick, I guess you could call it, but gives good field position to Amarillo. And I think right now at this point it is the defense for the El Dorado Aztecs that has to step up a little bit and at least force a punt.
Most definitely, Coach. Again, they had it right there, that previous, and they had that
did.
one breakdown on fourth down. Again, to me, I kind of sense that there's a little bit of momentum on the Aztec side, but here comes the Sandy offense led by the quarterback, Jet Lopez.
Yep, and then you look at the offensive lineman and the tight end and the H-back, they're all big, and that helps in running this efficient offense.
And there's a little toss there to the right side, gains 5 yards, 6 yards, 7 yards there, all the way 8 yards, second down and 2 now, Coach.
Yep, that is the safety Matthew Pinto that comes from the backside to make that play, but not after they gain 8 yards.
And that rush was there by Jude Donovan once again, calling his name quite a bit tonight. Second and 2 from approximately the 48-yard line. Trips to the left, handoff up the middle. Donovan gets a first down and stopped at the Aztec 45-yard line.
And you can see the difference when with the offenses here. When Amarillo has the ball and they attack the line of scrimmage, the running back does not get touched till he's 3 or 4 yards past the line of scrimmage.
Again, you look at the line across there, and I'm like, wow, they are all very big, very strong.
Yep.
Pass there, plenty of time, has a nice pocket, throws it, caught. First down for the Sandies, number 11, Oliver Parsons. That was a great, again, we just talked about the line, Coach,
Yep.
and their pass blocking is even very, to me, fundamentally sound.
Right. And really, you look at the coverage for the Aztecs, it wasn't bad.
It wasn't. It was not at all. The only thing was that it was just a lot of time.
That's true. Yeah.
That to me was the difference and why they got that first down, because again the coverage was pretty darn good. 5, 6, 7 seconds, and then he still got the ball away.
Yep.
First and 10 here coming for the Sandies. Fake the handoff, quick pass. He's got
Oh,
blockers,
he
but
drops
a
it.
defender is right there. That looked like number 90, Coach.
That was, I'm looking at the offense. That was number 84. The intended receiver was Jeb Grammer.
And number 90,
And number 90 was-
Jose Bustamante.
Yes, you're correct.
Wow, put a hit on him.
Yep. Well, that's the second time they tried to run that inside screen, and that's probably the only play that hasn't worked yet for the Amarillo Sandies.
Well, and you were talking about the coaching. I would be interested if they were to try it one more time or not.
Sure.
Because you're right, it
Till
hasn't
they get
worked.
it right.
Well, yeah, you're right. In one way, they try till they get it right. Here's a deep pass down the right side, and it is over the shoulder where only he could catch it. He does, and it's a touchdown for the Sandies.
That's Austin Sluter once again, and a nice throw. We keep saying the same thing. Jed Lopez with a nice throw, dropping another dime, and over the shoulder catch by Sluter.
I mean, Wow. That's all I could say right now,
Yep.
Coach. Wow, because literally over his shoulder into a spot that only he had a chance to get it.
Yep.
41-14 now. Here comes the point after attempt. It is up, and it is good. 42-14. Amarillo leads El Dorado. 4:22 on the clock. We'll be right back after these messages. Welcome back. I'm Eddie Morelos, joined alongside Hall of Fame coach Tony Grijalva. This is the road to the UIL State Championship presented by your Texas Ford dealers. 42-14, Amarillo leads El Dorado. Again, so impressive, Coach, the quarterback and the receivers. Lopez for Amarillo, he's got himself a spectacular arm.
Yeah, this team is destined to make a run here in the playoffs. With the way that they're playing.
And there's the pooch kick once again. Very scary situation for the Aztecs. And that's one thing, right? When the tip of the football hits the ground, it could bounce anyway.
You don't know where it's going to go exactly. You got to cover it as soon as you can.
1st and 10 for El Dorado coming from the 29-yard line. Nice run the last go around for the Aztecs by Ryan Estrada. Great block by the the pulling lineman there, Coach. And that's what they need to do once again.
Yeah, hopefully they can get that done here in this series as far as establishing more of a running game.
42 points already for Amarillo, and looking at the scoreboard all year long for them, that's typically what they can do. Nice run up the middle, gets about 5 yards there, 6 yards there for Estrada.
Yeah, the Sandys for the season, they average 44 points a game on offense. They give up 19 points a game on defense. That's pretty much where we're at right now, but we're not at half yet.
And once again, technically they came in 2-8, Coach, but what we're seeing on the field, that is not a 2-8 team.
Exactly. Nice run, by the way, there by Ryan Estrada, running the ball back inside. Brings up a 2nd and short.
See what they do here. Maybe fake it to him, open something up. And they actually hand it to
That's
Jadarius Sanders. Yes. Gains a first down there.
Yep.
1st and 10 for the Aztecs from the 41-yard line now. Some momentum gaining here.
Yeah, one of the things that we noticed this season, Jadarius Sanders, who is naturally a wide receiver, but this past season, Coach Martinez has been using him in the backfield, sort of a combination between him and Ryan Estrada.
He's very athletic. Like you mentioned already, he signed with the New Mexico State Aggies, a D1 ball player. Little juke there, handoff to Estrada, but the defenders get through, and minimal yardage, 5 yards there. And again, the defender that got through really helped keep that to a minimum.
Exactly, and that was a pursuit by the defense, and on a little misdirection play by El Dorado, and it gained a little bit of yardage, not much, brings up 2nd and about 7.
It's always better, Coach, that they gain a little bit of yardage than going the wrong direction. So we'll see what they can do, because to me, they have some momentum right now. We'll see if they take advantage of that. Here comes sweep to the left. The quarterback is keeping it. Some nice blocking there by Flag coming in. Looks like it'll be a hold.
Yep, that's Bryson Booth with a keeper, little quarterback sweep on that side. Did a good job of turning the corner, but now we'll see why he could turn the corner.
And he was really utilizing his blocks as he was going across the field there. We'll see what the referee says here.
Yeah, I was just going to say about El Dorado staying ahead of the chains.
Yep.
And with this call here, they're going to end up behind the chains.
They get behind the chains, and it'll bring up about a 2nd and 16 where it could have been a 3rd and 3.
Correct.
That's a big
yeah.
difference, Coach.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. And now, although it is 2nd down, but again, with the 18 yards that they have to gain here to get a 1st down, obviously El Dorado has to put the ball in the air in one of these downs.
Exactly. Here comes the pistol formation with 3 wide receivers out to the right side, 1 out to the left side. The running back gets on the side of the quarterback. It is a handoff to Estrada. He cuts, and there is the defender who hits him so hard his helmet comes off.
Yeah, that was, once again, a little bit of a misdirection, but did not fool the Amarillo defense.
That was sophomore Raider Payne, the linebacker, on that hit. He was so stoked that his helmet flew off after he made that tackle.
It did. You're right.
Yes.
So no gain brings up 3rd down. Actually, they give him a yard.
Big 3rd down here. Again, I was mentioning they had some momentum going. The penalty really hurt them on that one. Trips out to the left side, looks to the left, throws it downfield, has a receiver. He goes up for it, hits his hands, but the breakup was there by number 7 of Amarillo, A.J. Randall, and a taunting, I believe, is going to be called there.
Yep, that is. I mean, he did a good job of defending. I mean, there's no need to take it any further. You just go back, get in the huddle, and play another play. So it's going to give the El Dorado Aztecs a 1st down.
Break there for the Aztecs because you're right, Coach. Great defense. He got his hand in there and, popped it out of there and then does something like that.
Yep.
And now he's telling he's showing his teammates there what he got called for. And he's upset with himself.
Well, yeah, it's kind of late now, but
yeah.
And that's A.J. Randall. He's the one that has an interception already.
Yes, he does. very good defender.
Yep.
He's been all over the place tonight, and again, can't do anything like that. Even if you're up 42-14,
right.
Coach, because you never know in what can happen in games these days.
And that takes away from his skill because he's a great cover corner. He's not getting any help over here. He's covering Jadarius Sanders man-to-man.
He really has been great all night long, Coach. So we'll see how he bounces back from this. 1st and 10 now for the Aztecs from the 48-yard line of their own side of the field. Here's a toss to Estrada to the right. The defense. Oh, it's a pass, and it's caught. Down the field to the 10, the 5, and a touchdown. Once again, using Estrada as a decoy.
52-yard touchdown. He did this a couple of weeks ago, and again showed sweep. And the corner Randall, well, he came right up, being aggressive as he always is. And Jadarius Sanders just snuck past him into the end zone.
And, he played that well. As Estrada tossed it up, and he floated right under very nicely, caught it, took off for that touchdown. It is now 42-20, point after attempt coming. It is up. And it's good. 42-21. The Aztecs are still alive. 2:16 left in the 2nd quarter. We'll be right back after these messages.
I've seen a lot of chances out on the open road. From up in Amarillo down to San Antone. No matter where I travel, one thing remains the same. Everybody loves Ford here in the Lone Star State. Ford is the best in Texas.
Welcome back. The road to the UIL State Championship presented by your Texas Ford dealers. Amarillo is leading over El Dorado 42-21 with 2:16 left in this first half. A nice little play action there with Ryan Estrada, running out to the right side and throwing it to Sanders for a touchdown, Coach, to give El Dorado and keep them in the game.
Yeah, that was a nice call by Coach Frank Martinez that time, using the aggressive defense. And they're using it against them on that little trick play.
Very aggressive because when Estrada got the ball,
he flew.
all the defenders were already way up.
Yep.
Little pooch kick once again, but that one goes out of bounds. See where they spot this ball. And again, I'm looking at the El Dorado schedule this year, Coach, and they've been able to put up points as well.
Sure.
And this is a very different team, though, that they've seen all year long.
Exactly. And that's what makes the difference. And, I mean, that's why you want to play in the playoffs. You play 10 games in your area, district here, and then all of a sudden you're going to face outside competition, just like you are now in the by-district. And this is really tests where your program is for that season.
And again, the Aztecs came into this one 9-1. They were undefeated in district play. And again, the Amarillo technically came into this one after 6 forfeits, 2-8. But the ones that they forfeited, Coach, they scored a lot of points in those games.
Yeah, they did.
There's a rush up the middle, and there's a flag.
We're going to call a hold.
And it gets close to the first down, about an 8-yard gain there. But I think there's going to be a holding call coming against Amarillo.
Right. Well, if that's the case, it's the first penalty, holding penalty anyway, against that offensive line for the Sandies.
Here comes the call.
Personal
foul.
Oh, it's on El Dorado.
It is
Hands
against
to the face.
Yes. So that'll be a first down for Amarillo.
And I have to apologize to the offensive lineman for the Amarillo Sandies.
They said,
did a good
hey,
job.
we play fundamental football
That's
here,
right.
they said.
That's right.
And they'll go ahead and mark it off. I believe it's a 15-yarder to the 50-yard line. So
right at midfield.
after just one play, they get over to midfield, Coach. And doesn't help the Aztec defense.
No, it doesn't.
Especially with a quarterback who can drop dimes, as we've seen twice today.
Right.
Up the middle of the
there's
tight
the seam
end, there's
again.
that seam, yes. And a first down.
Yep. Nicely executed once again, and that tight end there just running that seam. I mean, he knows he's going to get hit, but he's got to concentrate on the ball. Does a good job of that.
And we got a timeout called here. We'll go ahead and take this along with them. We'll be right back after. Welcome back. The road to the UIL State Championship presented by your Texas Ford dealers. By district action here, Coach. Amarillo leads 42-21. It's 1st and 10 for the Sandies.
Yep, we're at the 2-minute timeout, and the Sandies are looking to get some points here before half.
Here we go, 1st and 10. The explosive offense for the Sandies with Lopez at quarterback, throws it deep, wide open down the middle, drops a dime once again in stride for another touchdown. Sandies.
That is Oliver Parsons that time, and again, the confusion is in the secondary for El Dorado. You look at the replay, and he can't be running post free like that.
And I'm gonna say the word that you said again, efficient.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they took advantage. There was a penalty call to get them to the 50-yard line. They ran a seam up the middle. Another first down, opens things up, and there's the touchdown.
Yep. Touchdown number 8 for the Sandies here in the first half.
Here comes the PAT. It is up, and it is good. 49-21, 151 left in quarter number 2, and we'll be right back after this quick message. Welcome back. The road to the UIL State Championship presented by your Texas Ford Dealers, where Amarillo leads El Dorado 49-21. Again, we were just talking when I coached the Amarillo offense, just clean and efficient.
Oh yeah, that's pretty much a perfect way to describe it right now, and they're just running on all cylinders.
Here comes the kickoff. The Aztecs will get the ball back with under 2 minutes to go. Hopefully, see what they can put together. Another little pooch kick taken from about the 28-yard line. Juke, and he breaks open from the 28-yard line down to the 20, the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Aztecs, Rashawn Bryant.
Rashawn Bryant, the wide receiver. And, you know, we're talking about pooch kicks, and that's one of the reasons why you don't want to pooch kick it. If you're going to pooch kick it, you better go cover it, because he did a great job of catching the ball. He knew exactly where he needed to run, used his speed to get into the end zone.
There's risks and rewards, Coach, and with the pooch kick, it goes on both sides, because we saw earlier where if the ball can bounce a different way, it can be picked up by the kicking team. There's the PAT. It is up and it is good. It is 49-28. Amarillo leads. 1:40 left in quarter number 2. We'll be right back after a quick message. Welcome back. The road to the UIL State Championship presented by your Texas Ford Dealers, where Amarillo has a 49-28 lead over El Dorado, and El Dorado just scored on a 72-yard kickoff return by by Bryant. And you said it, Coach. He saw a seam and he took it.
That's exactly what you need. What you need to do when you see that little pooch kick there. No doing fair catch. Just catch it and run.
And here comes the Aztecs with the kickoff, and they give another one there taken from the 20. The Sandys have the ball now. He gets a block and a nice tackle there by the El Dorado Aztecs.
So the Sandys here have 1 minute and 35 seconds left to get on the board. Remember, the El Dorado Aztecs will get the second half kickoff.
They will get the ball back in the second half, but as we've seen all night long, the offense for Amarillo High School, the way I described it previously, Coach, clean and efficient. They've scored on a 3-play drive before, so they can score quickly. And they have a lot of time to go. 1 minute 35 is a lot of time for this offense.
Oh, it definitely is. And that's one of the things that the El Dorado defense is going to have pressure on them for.
Here's the motion. There is the snap. Toss over to the left side. Stiff arm, and a gain of about 5 yards there, and the clock keeps running down to about 1 minute 20 here. Second down coming.
Matthew Pinto, the strong safety there, did a good job of tackling there in that open field.
Second down here, goes over to the right side, tosses it, and their defenders are there, broken up there by number 3 for El Dorado, Evan Corral.
Evan Corral was in good position there, reached up, knocked the ball away. Brings up a third down for the Sandys.
Big third down here. You would love to see a big stop here by the Aztecs to go into half and keep it at this score. And I'm sure the Aztecs are thinking, something even more if they were to get the ball back,
Sure. Yep.
But you got to make the stop here first. Third down coming here for the Sandys. There's a snap and the handoff in the middle, and a nice there. 3 defenders there on the tackle, bringing up fourth down.
Yep, led by Adrian Olivas.
And there's a timeout called here. We'll go ahead and take that along with them with a quick break, and we'll be right back after this quick message.
This game is brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Texas.
Welcome back. Road to the UIL State Championship presented by your Texas Ford dealers. 103 left here in the first half. Amarillo leads 49-28. Fourth down coming for the Sandys. And, Coach, we'll see what they do here. Anything could happen right here on fourth down.
Yep. Zero coverage, man all across the board. And
another timeout called here. Coach, we'll go ahead and stay here with this one. And again, Coach, there's 1:03 left, 49-28. They call a timeout here because it's kind of a scary situation for El Dorado in this situation because the Sandys can do it. I mean, they can really accomplish anything.
Yeah. And I think that was a good timeout by an experienced quarterback, as you saw there. He did his pre-snap read. He saw that it was man all the way across. He didn't like the play that was called, so decided let's call a timeout and talk about it. And that's exactly what they've done.
So here comes the Sandys, and it looks like they're going to go ahead and change it up now and go ahead and the first punt of the night for Amarillo. Mm-hmm. And the punter, I believe, is 97, Rhett Ladd. 6'5", Coach.
He looks like a basketball player out there.
He's a junior. First punt of the night for Amarillo. Sanders is back deep for the Aztecs. The punt is away. Line drive. Sanders lets it bounce, and the defenders are there, so he can't really pick it up. And it'll be down there at approximately the 8-yard line with 54 seconds left in the first half. 49-28 is the score. The Sandys lead over El Dorado, Coach.
Yeah, I would have liked to see Sanders pick that ball up and at least have some kind of return instead of starting inside the 20-yard line. I think he at least had a80 get some positive yardage. So now with 54 seconds left, the El Dorado Aztecs have to go 80 yards, 84 yards, something like that to get a score.
The speedy defenders of Amarillo got down there quickly and didn't give the D1 commit any kind of chance for a return there.
Exactly.
First and 10 coming from about the 14-yard line. There's play action there. Sometimes there's pressure, and it's dropped. That was Sanders, the intended receiver. He was frustrated with himself there, Coach.
Yep. That was Ryan Estrada lined up in the slot here to the near side. Ran a little wheel. That's who he was looking for to begin with, but he was well covered. And his secondary receiver was Jadarius Sanders. And he made a good throw. It just drops it.
I was just going to say, Coach, Bryson Booth with a nice arm there. Nice throw.
He does.
And got it right there. Very catchable. Unfortunate for the Aztecs.
Yeah, Bryson Booth, Jr.
48 seconds remaining on the play clock. On the clock, and they get it off with 1 second on the play clock. There's a handoff in the middle, and gobbled up there by the defenders of the Sandys. Timeout called by the Aztecs. We'll go ahead and keep it here. And bringing up a big third down, Coach, for El Dorado.
Yeah, third down on that last play. You had two backs. So Jadarius Sanders and Ryan Estrada were in the backfield. A little misdirection play trying to confuse the defense and get Ryan Estrada a little bit of room to get up the field.
And the Aztecs are still in this, Coach, the way I see things. 49-28. Now it seems like the Aztecs are trying to pick things up. They had a stop here.
Right.
Against the Sandys, forced a punt and an opportunity to do something here to end the half.
Yeah, that's exactly right. The first 7 possessions for the Sandys, they scored. On the 8th possession, they were forced to punt, which is exactly what the El Dorado Aztecs wanted to do. Now they have to go ahead and answer here with 43 seconds left, and then plus they get the kickoff in the second half.
There you go, Coach. 3rd and 4 coming for the Aztecs. Passing situation in my eyes. Ryan Estrada in the backfield scoots over side by side with the quarterback now. They do hand it to him. Goes over to the right side.
Nice
breaks 3
move.
tackles there. And breaks another 2 tackles. Continues to go. Breaks a total of 5 tackles, Coach, before being brought down at the 40.
What an effort by Ryan Estrada. And that's why he's going to be a University of Minnesota Gopher next year. Just the skills that he showed there on that run.
Unbelievable there. The defenders were there.
They were.
And
Yes.
timeout looks like called by
Amarillo.
Amarillo.
Wow.
24 seconds remaining on the clock. We'll go ahead and keep it here, Coach. As again, here's the replay with Estrada 1, 2, and 3 right away. There's tackle number 4 and 5, even 6, and then as it goes, 6, 7 tackles were there. Missed tackles.
A nice job that time.
Great job by her cameraman, Johnny Tagg, there all night long and capturing the 6, 7 missed tackles there, Coach.
Yeah, and I'm a little bit surprised that Amarillo would call a timeout with 24 seconds left and the Aztecs wanting to run a hurry-up offense. So I think they just want to reset their offense here, knowing that the Aztecs do have the potential to score from here with this amount of time left.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. They do give it to Estrada once again, going to the left side, and it's a reverse.
Pass.
They got the reverse. Oh, and it's a pass now, wide open, but it's short. Very short. I was very surprised they were able to get the first reverse handoff, tossed to him because the defender was there, Coach.
Yeah, that was Rashawn Bryant that was trying to throw the pass, and that took a long time to set up. It needs to be quicker, but it was the right idea. Jadarius Sanders was sitting over here all by himself waiting for the ball, but again, you have to make sure that you have the blocking set up for it, and it wasn't quite there.
It was a very anxious throw by the running back with the receiver coming back this way.
Yep.
I mean, understandably so, because the defenders were there, which left the receiver open. Here comes the play here. Pass down the middle to Sanders, and he makes the catch, and he's in there for a touchdown. 39 yards for the touchdown.
Great play by Bryson Booth that time to be patient, looking downfield, and Jadarius Sanders just out-hustles Randall for the ball and then trots into the end zone there, you see on the replay.
Taking the score now to 49-34 with 6 seconds remaining on the clock, Coach. Just like I said, I don't think they're out of it.
No, they're not. They're not.
Here comes the point after attempt here for the Aztecs. It is up. It is good. 49-35, 6 seconds remaining. You're watching playoff football, road to the UIL State Championship, presented by your Texas Ford dealers. We'll be right back after this quick message.
This game is brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Texas.
Welcome back. The road to the UIL State Championship presented by your Texas Ford dealers. There's the pitch and catch there, and the touchdown, making the score 49-35, Coach.
Yeah, it looked like Bryson Booth maybe forced it a little bit that time, but anyway, the end result was what they were looking for, and 7 points on the board for the Aztecs.
And as you've already mentioned, Coach, the Aztecs will get the ball back to start the second half, which is huge for them.
Yep, and it also cuts it down to a two-possession score here, and I think that's big for the El Dorado Aztecs, and knowing that if they need a big play, they can find one.
There was another pooch kick, Coach, which was caught by one of the upmen. He thought about going for it, and he took about 3 steps and says, I'm going to go ahead and kneel and give my offense a chance just to go ahead and kneel it, which I assume they'll do. But you never know. They might go deep. 4 seconds on the clock, because we've seen quarterback Jet Lopez drop some dimes tonight, Coach.
Oh, yeah, we have. And don't automatically assume that they are going to do that, although they are bringing in their big boys package here.
See what they do here with only 4 seconds remaining on the clock for this first half. 49-35 is the score.
And you can tell that El Dorado is in what they would call their prevent defense. They got 3 safeties. They got 2 corners deep. They got the linebackers drop, and they're going to rush 3.
And it looks like they're lining up to run a play. We'll see what they do. Man in motion here from right to left. They do run a play, and they throw it out to the right side. And he makes one move, two moves, and there's the defender. He stays up, though.
Still running.
And it takes the entire defense to stop him after a first down. But the first half ends with the Sandies of Amarillo leading 49-35. We'll be right back for the second half of play for the road to the UIL State Championship presented by your Texas Ford dealers.
I've seen a lot of Texas out on the open road. From up in Amarillo down to San Antone. No matter where I travel, one thing remains the same. Everybody loves Ford here in the Lone Star State. Ford
Not today.
Welcome back. Road to the UIL State Championship presented by your Texas Ford dealers. 49-35. The second half is underway. Coach, a pooch kick once again. Starting off 1st and 10 for the Aztecs. Coach, big drive here to open up the second half for El Dorado, Coach.
Oh, it definitely is. And when you look back at the first half, the Amarillo Sandies scored on 7 of their 8 possessions with 1 punt. The El Dorado Aztecs punted twice. Right now, they need a score here on their first possession.
And as we were talking, it could be, maybe even should be a 1-touchdown ball game.
Yep.
With one. There was a drop pass and a wide open. And here we go,
Correct.
1st and 10. It's a rush by Estrada, bringing up 2nd down at about 7.
Yeah, going back to the bread and butter, running counter, GT counter at that time, getting some positive yardage, and I think that's the key for the El Dorado Aztec offense here on this drive is to stay in front of the chains and not create any mistakes.
Again, 2nd down at about 8. You see in the background the Amarillo cheerleaders making ruckus over there. They travel very well, the Sandies do.
Oh, yeah.
And historically, they've done that as well, Coach.
Yes, very, very true.
And here comes 2nd down. It's a fake, and it's a good fake. Possible, just short of the 1st down, about a yard short. He reached out to try to get it, Coach, but he was
Right.
just a little bit short there.
Exactly. That's just running a counter. Once again, run counter, but keep it for Bryson Booth. And I would have liked to seen him maybe cut it inside and get a few extra yards and get that 1st down.
Most definitely, Coach. He ran right out of bounds, but he protecting himself as well, knowing the importance of him staying into the game. And here comes a big 3rd and 1 here for the Aztecs. I know what I think they're going to do, but again, we'll see how they go about this, the Aztecs. Here's the handoff to Estrada, just like I thought, and the Sandies thought the same thing,
yeah.
and they stop him there for no gain, 4th down coming.
Yep, he was a little bit short there, not from lack of trying that time, but a good job defensively by the Sandies. And like you said, they were expecting what we were expecting, and that is a run by Ryan Estrada.
And it's a 4th and a long one here. They're going to go for it, and I expect to do the same thing. They're trying to get them to jump. Now they get some more signals from the sideline and make an adjustment here. The defense make a big adjustment as well, Coach. And it's a rush. I think they knew what that was going to happen there once they made the adjustment.
Yeah, that was a keeper by Bryson Booth trying to get to the marker. I don't think he made it. Depends on the spot here.
He reached out for it, but from our angle, Coach, he was pretty short, and it is short. And it's a big stop there, as you mentioned. That was a big drive for the Aztecs, and unfortunately for them, not what they wanted to do.
Right, and I have to go back to that keeper by Bryson Booth where he runs out of bounds instead of maybe trying to cut it up the field a little bit more and getting that 1st down. Of course, hindsight's 20/20, so it's hard to tell.
It is hard to tell, Coach, but I'm with you on that. If you put your shoulder down, push forward just a bit, that gives you those, the 3 feet needed, the yard needed to get that 1st down. But again, hindsight's 20/20, 1st and 10 here, 10-23 in the second half, the start of the 3rd quarter, 49-35. Here's the snap, fake handoff, pass deep, first play, and the defender is there, but it's caught, and the defender was all over him, Coach.
Yeah. Wow, what a catch, what a throw once again by Jet Lopez, and the receiver, Austin Slaughter, once again, another touchdown reception.
And as I was saying, Coach, again, the defender pulled his shoulder, pulled his hip, got his hand in there. Catch was still made. Touchdown for the Sandies. 55 points on the board.
Well, that shows the concentration by the receivers there, keeping their concentration on that ball, making a great catch there. And a nice throw, as we mentioned, by Jet Lopez.
They're replaying the down. It was a
Oh.
double penalty, Coach. Hands
Okay.
to the face. There was pass interference as well as hands to the face. And I was wondering because I saw the referee point and I saw the coach for El Dorado High School saying, everybody come back, everybody come back.
Wow.
And he made the call. And I'm very surprised, Coach, but
Yeah.
he must have saw something because, again, the defender was all over him.
Yeah.
And he had to have seen something we didn't see to make the hands to the face call.
Yeah, well, that had to be at the line of scrimmage. I was watching the flag there inside the 10-yard line for
Yes.
an obvious pass interference.
And I believe you're right because the flag was way back here. So it's first down for the Sandies. Once again, replaying the down. They offset. They hand the ball off in the middle. And this time,
I believe that's Donovan on the catch, on the run, excuse me.
second down and about 6 yards to go now for the Sandies. Again, a big break for the Aztecs
definitely.
there.
So, yep. Now they need to make sure they need to take advantage of the break here defensively by getting a stop.
Second down and 6. Steps back. Here comes the pressure, but
There's
gets it
again.
off, and it's overthrown. The receiver was there and open, but it was overthrown, Coach.
One of the few mistakes that Jet Lopez has made, you can see there he's got his hands on his head trying to figure out what went wrong. But, yeah, that was a nice little post route, and he was open in between the corner and the safety.
And you're right, Coach. That's probably his first mistake of throwing the ball because he's usually right on the money tonight.
He is. That he is. Brings up a third down for the Sandies.
Got one receiver out to the right side. Motion goes over to the left. There's the snap. There's the toss to the left side. Scoots in the middle, and it's a stop. It'll bring up fourth down here for Amarillo High School.
Nice job defensively there to limit the gain. The defense for the Aztecs. Once again, Adrian Olivas in on that play, as well as number 8. That is Xavier Mathis.
Huge fourth down here to start the second half for both teams. Will the momentum continue for the Sandies, or will the Aztecs stop that momentum right here? Here comes the snap. There is the snap. Handoff in the middle. Finds a hole. Scoots in there, and it gets right across there.
marked
Let's
short.
see where they mark it.
I think it's marked short.
Both the side judge and the line judge are there, and they both had the same spot. It's going to be close. It's going to be very close here. We'll see. They're going to bring the chains out, rightfully so. And he, I guess his knee touched, because he gave that second effort there. And I thought on the second effort, that's when I thought he made it. But they're going to go ahead and measure. And again, the referees are right on it. They're right on the field, right, Coach?
Yep.
So we'll see what happens here.
It depends on the angle, because to be honest with you, in my eyes, he was short.
Okay.
He didn't get to that line to gain to the marker, but looking at it now, where it was placed and where they're going to bring out the markers, you're right. It is very close.
Here comes the chains. Very important moment here for both teams as the chains are set. Stretching them out now. And it's
it's
short. It is short, so a nice stop there for El Dorado after the Sandies did the same thing to the opposing team.
Right, so here in the early in the second half, both teams have had one possession. Both teams have been stopped on fourth down.
Total opposite of the
Exactly.
first half, Coach.
Right.
I mean,
we're having a track meet.
Will the trend continue for the second half? That would be really amazing if that were to happen, Coach.
Yep. So in any case, the El Dorado Aztecs will see if they can take advantage here of this turnover.
First and 10 from the 28-yard line. They'll give it to Ryan Estrada. He breaks
Look
one
out.
tackle, 2 tackles, 3 tackles, and he runs all the way to the 50-yard line. First and 10, El Dorado High School.
20-yard run there by Ryan Estrada. And you can tell he's running very determined.
Very much so, as you see on the replay, all the missed tackles there. And, he plowed through that last one, and the defender really just held on to bring him down there.
Yep. Puts the ball at midfield here for the El Dorado Aztecs. Another first down and another set of downs.
1st and 10. There's a momentum now for the Aztecs after a nice stop there for the turnover on downs. Here's the handoff once again to Estrada. The defenders are all over it that time.
Yeah, it looks like that time there was a little bit of a problem with the snap, as you can see there. Bryson Booth had a hard time catching the snap, which threw off the timing and the handoff to Ryan Estrada.
And then with that, the defenders were already in the backfield.
Correct.
And that's a loss of a tackle for loss there, bringing up 2nd and 11 now for the Aztecs. And here comes the quarterback once again, Bryson Booth with the play call, getting it from his coaches.
Yeah, they need some positive yardage here, do the Aztecs. They don't want to stay behind the chains here in this important drive.
2nd and 11 coming. Here's the snap. Fake handoff to Estrada. Opens things up right in the middle. Caught for a first down. No flags there, so they will get that first down. Looks like the helmet comes off as well, so he'll probably have to come off the field after that catch.
Winters Floyd, the senior, they ran that play hit there in the first half as well for good yardage, and they come back to it. A nice throw by Bryson Booth leading the receiver, Floyd, across the middle.
Again, coach, they're keen on Estrada
Sure.
to get the ball almost every time. After a big run like he just had, it really opened it up for the pass there to be wide open in the middle.
Exactly, and I think that's what the Aztecs have to do offensively, be a little bit more balanced, run pass.
1st and 10 now from the Amarillo side of the field. The ball is at the 34-yard line. There's a fake. Quarterback keeper, and he goes through one defender, picks up a first down to the 20-yard line. Booth on the carry, coach.
And once again, just like you said, using Ryan Estrada as a decoy that time, fake to Estrada, everybody runs to him, and a nice keeper by Bryson Booth to get good yardage there on that play.
And there's a pause in the action, so we'll go ahead and take a quick break, but we'll be right back after this quick message.
I've seen a lot of Texas out on the open road. From up in Amarillo down to San Antone. No matter where I travel, one thing remains the same. Everybody loves Ford here in the Lone Star State. Ford is the best in Texas.
Welcome back to the action. This is Amarillo taking on El Dorado, with Amarillo leading 49-35. This is the road to the UIL State Championship presented by your Texas Ford dealers. Coach, what a drive going right now for El Dorado High School. Really nice one putting together right now.
Well, believe it or not, if they can score here, they cut it down to a one-score ball game.
And in that second quarter, 28 points scored by both teams. There's a nice toss there.
Oh,
No flag there. Great defense by the Sandies for that pass breakup there. And I believe the defender was number 7, A.J. Randall.
yep. And the intended receiver was Jadarius Sanders. They've been battling the whole game. And that time, just a bit too short on that pass. I think if Bryson Booth lays it out there a little bit higher, and Jadarius Sanders can go up and get it.
And you mentioned it earlier, Coach, how, Randall has really been defending one-on-one, and he's been doing a spectacular job all night long.
He's a great cover corner.
Here comes 2nd and 10 now for El Dorado High School. Estrada's in the backfield, and here's a timeout called by El Dorado High School. So we'll take another quick break, and we'll be right back after these messages. Welcome back. The road to the UIL State Championship presented by your Texas Ford dealers. Amarillo leads 49-35 after a quick timeout there called by the Aztecs. 2nd and 10 here, Coach. Let's see what they do here.
Yeah, I thought that was a great time out there by Frank Martinez, making sure everyone's on the same page here on this important 2nd down play.
Here goes the toss to Estrada. He stretches it out to the left side, and there's a nice tackle. It looked like a face mask from way up here, but there's no flag thrown, so it was a clean tackle there by the Sandys.
Yeah, that was a nice tackle. I believe that's number 14, Lucas Nolan.
Yeah.
I have not seen very many players catch Ryan Estrada from behind like you saw there.
And it was on the replay, as you just saw, that was a purely clean tackle. Got him by the shoulders and held on tightly to make that tackle. And as you said, Coach, if you're from behind him, you're rarely going to catch it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Brings up a big 3rd down. 3rd down and a long 10, let's call it.
3rd down and 10. 3 receivers out to the right side, 1 out to the left side. He keeps it. Booth keeps it. Goes up the middle. Gains about 4 yards there, probably 5 yards there down to the 16-yard line. 4th down. We'll see how the Aztecs handle this one, if they go for a field goal or if they're going to keep trying to make it for a touchdown.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to bring in the field goal unit, number 44 for the El Dorado Aztecs. That is Oscar Salazar.
Oscar Salazar here. It looks like it will be a 33-yard field goal attempt for him. The kick is up.
Oh, there is a flag. It looks like Amarillo jumped.
The kick is good, but you're right. There is a flag there near the Amarillo sideline. See what the call is here.
We'll see if Coach Martinez takes the points off the board here and goes for it on 4th down. It'll make it maybe 4th down and 2. Yep.
They're going to go for it now.
Take the points off the board.
Offsides.
And I like the call. I mean, a field goal in this type of a ball game, a field goal not going to do much for you.
Yeah.
They need to score 7.
They need 7 to pull within a touchdown. You're right, Coach. There's the call there by the white hat official. We'll move the chains here. And see how they line up here as quarterback Booth heads back out onto the field. Bryson Booth along with Ryan Estrada, running back right next to him. And Jadarius Sanders is also right next to the quarterback.
So it looks like it's going to be 4th and a little less than a yard for the El Dorado Aztecs to get a 1st down.
See which athlete they go to here. They give it to Estrada. He's got a blocker, and he gets there. He is
Still
across
on
the
his feet.
10-yard line, and they get a big 1st down, Coach.
Yep. And that was close because that was a nice job defensively by the Amarillo defense to try and contain Ryan Estrada.
Another really nice lead block there by the offensive line. I wish I would have had his number so I can credit him specifically, but that was what helped Ryan Estrada cross the 10-yard line.
Now it's going to be 1st and goal, looks like, at the 9-yard line.
1st and goal. Hand off to Estrada once again. He's got a lead blocker. Missed tackle, and he gains no gain there, Coach. Still at the 9-yard line. Really had to stretch that one out.
Yeah, and a good job by the defense once again. The defense for the Sandys knows how to stop Ryan Estrada on those wide runs, and that is stretching it all the way to the sideline, and that's what they've done.
And, they got the penetration once again. There was a lead blocker, and that time it was Sanders on the lead block. But the defender really shed that block there to get into the backfield and, again, make him stretch it out even farther, like you just said, Coach.
Exactly.
2nd down and goal coming from the 9-yard line. 4:42 left here in the 3rd quarter. Hand off to Sanders this time.
Good job trying to get inside and gets at least some positive yardage. I don't know if he reached the 5-yard line or not.
See where they put the ball down again. Nice run there by Sanders, mixing things up, right? And that's what they really need to do. It gets They give it the 5. They do scooted it back up to the 5-yard line. 3rd and goal here coming for the Aztecs.
Yeah, and I'd like to see the same flow there, a fake to Sanders inside, and then go bootleg with Bryson Booth and try and get outside, see if we can find a receiver out there.
We'll see if that's what they do, something similar to that, Coach. And it's 3rd down and goal. 4 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. 49-35. Amarillo leads. Here comes the snap. It's a fake to Estrada. To the left side, wide open. Sanders for the touchdown. Confusion by the defense on Amarillo this time. As you see the defender turn right back to his teammates. And, I guess question, where were you guys at?
Yeah, and that's exactly where he needed to run. Like I mentioned, little play action pass, get out into the flats, find somebody in the end zone. In this case, Jadarius Sanders to make it with a point extra point, a 1-score game.
And there it is. It's up, and it is good. And that takes the score to 49-42. The Sandies lead the Aztecs. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back after these messages.
I've seen a lot of Texas out on the open road. From up in Amarillo down to San Antonio. No matter where I travel, one thing remains the same. Everybody loves Ford here in the Lone Star State. Ford is the best in Texas.
Welcome back. The road to the UIL State Championships presented by your Texas Ford dealers. We have Amarillo leading El Dorado 49-42 with 3 minutes and 50 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Nice drive there by the Aztecs. The Sandies had an opportunity, but a big offsides penalty, Coach, was the difference in that drive.
Yeah, that's exactly right. The nice job by the El Dorado Aztec offense. And I'll be honest with you, by halfway through the 2nd quarter, I thought maybe the game was over. But you got to credit the El Dorado Aztecs for coming back, and now they're within 1 score.
And here's the first non-pooch kick, and it's a touchback.
Right.
And me personally, Coach, I don't know why you wouldn't do that every time. That's just my own personal opinion. Don't give them the opportunity.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get your defense out there on the field, and, they've had to stop. So the Aztecs are looking for that. They have some momentum right now. But once again, Coach, the Amarillo offense, clean and efficient, only punting once so far.
Exactly right. And we'll see what they do in this on this series. And they'll need to go 75 yards if they want to get in the end zone with this possession.
Here comes quarterback Jet Lopez once again. Don't count him out. He drops dimes. He's been doing it all night long. 1st and 10. There's the pass, and there is the catch. And shoelace tackle
tripped up.
saves a touchdown, Coach.
That is very true. The corner out there, that's number 5, Nick Lopez, just got, as you mentioned, a shoestring tackle. Otherwise, he would have had some room.
There was no one over here on the rest of the field for the Aztecs. It is a 1st and 10 there. They are at the 36-yard line. 3.5 left to go in this 3rd quarter. We'll see what the Sandies do here. Lopez back at quarterback. There's some motion there. Fake. Nope, that is a handoff to the left side. Handed off to Donovan, and a big stop there by El Dorado High School.
Yeah, there certainly was good penetration there by the defensive front. They're led by number 94. That is Corbell Taylor, the sophomore defensive lineman.
And once he put a body on him, 4 other defenders came and helped him out. They lost about 2 yards there, 2nd and 12 here for Amarillo.
So the Sandies behind the chains for the first time in this drive. We'll see what they can come up with here.
Again, there's momentum by El Dorado right now.
Yes,
I feel
there
it.
is.
Here comes quads now to the right side.
First
This is
time
a
we've
new
seen
look.
this. Yes.
He spread it. It's going to be a sack. A big sack by the Aztecs. Number 6 there, Coach.
Adrian Olivas with a big play there, putting pressure on the quarterback, Jet Lopez, dropping him for a sack.
That's a huge defensive play there for El Dorado. Again, I just mentioned you could feel the momentum
Yes, you
right
can.
now.
Yep.
And it's a huge loss there. 12-yard loss bringing up 4th and 24 with about 2 minutes left remaining in the third quarter.
Actually, it's third down. The scoreboard says fourth, but
I
it is third down.
apologize. And it's another
once
pressure.
again.
Oh, he breaks a tackle. He's still going. Lopez flags all over the place.
Boy.
And he makes the first down, but the hat is also off the official of the line judge. So somebody might have stepped out, came back in. There's 3 flags flew in, Coach, so we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, the officials will have to sort it all out here at this point. Looks like the Sandys are walking back already, so they sort of have an idea of what's going to happen.
So I think it's going to be a hold there. They put both flags there at about the 41-yard line, so I'm sure they'll mark it from there.
It's a block in the back, actually.
So they're going to mark it off from the 42-yard line, going back to the 32-yard line. Again, block in the back, Coach. There was a lot going on right there.
Yep.
You got to credit Lopez, though, the quarterback for the Sandys.
He was very determined.
Because he was under pressure once again, very close to getting sacked for the second time in a row it would have been.
Yep.
And he evaded the defenders, but unfortunately there was a block in the back. Fortunately for the Aztecs, that brings 3rd and 14. So we'll see how they defend it this time. It's a long third down once again.
It looks like the Sandys are going to stay in that empty set.
Here's the snap, and a timeout called by El Dorado High School. And they saw something. The coaches are very upset because the defense was not lined up as the coaches were probably directing to be coaching.
Yeah, I think they were yelling at the safeties. The safeties were misaligned there on that empty set. I think one of them didn't know it was an empty set, and you got to communicate and make that call.
And again, the frustration on the coaches.
Oh,
I mean, you've been there, done that, Coach.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, those are things that can be fixed, and they should be fixed this deep in the season.
Yeah, well, the important thing is you lose a timeout. For something mental that, you should know what you're doing as far as making that adjustment. So El Dorado's down to 1 timeout here with plenty of time left.
And the thing is, if they do line up and the play gets off, Amarillo Sandys would take full advantage of that. You never know, there'd be a free man down the field for an open touchdown or something.
No, and that's the reason why the coaches called timeout. They saw that they were misaligned.
Here they come once again, 3rd and 14 to go, 1:25 here in the third quarter. There's the snap. Receivers go down the field, wide open for a catch, and a first down is number 5. We've called his name all night, Jude Donovan.
Yeah, did a good job. Donovan was lined up on the inside there and just ran a wheel, and he got lost. The secondary just got lost. Matthew Pinto made the play, but not until he got the first down.
He was pretty wide open there, Coach. Again, confusion. You talked about it earlier. Here's the snap on 1st and 10. There's the catch there by Donovan once again, but tripped up for a tackle there. And it's going to be only a gain of 1 there.
Yeah, nice play out there. That was number 13. That is Andrew Estrada, the free safety. Did a good job there, making that shoestring tackle.
Nice tackle, Donovan. Once again, we keep calling his name, Coach. He can do a lot of things for this Sandys offense.
Sandys back in a tight formation now.
Big handoff.
Nice job there. Breaking up. That I believe that is
Moises Lopez there, Coach, gets a handout and tips the ball away, Coach. Great pressure, like you just said.
Yep, that was a defensive end. I'm surprised nobody picked him up because he had a clear path to the quarterback that time. 3rd down.
Huge 3rd down once again here for El Dorado. They still have some momentum. They have the home crowd behind them right now.
Yeah, they do.
And 28 seconds left in this third quarter. Here's the snap. Receivers looking to the right side, down the middle, and a pass breakup there, Coach, by number 12.
Matthew Pinto with a great job there. I thought that was going to be a reception there. Once you see there on the replay, Pinto just sticks his arm out there, his left arm, and swats the ball away and saves the first down, maybe even a touchdown.
Maybe even a touchdown. Huge pass breakup there. Second punt of the night coming for the Sandies. We'll see how they respond to this one as Sanders is back deep for the Aztecs. Here's the punt off. And fair catch at about the 10-yard line. So it'll be first down and 10 here in the third quarter with 19 seconds remaining here in the third quarter, where Amarillo leads 49-42 over El Dorado, Coach.
Yeah, that was Jadarius Sanders there with the fair catch. So the ball will be marked at the 10-yard line, first and 10. And I think right now for the El Dorado Aztecs, we know their adrenaline is flowing. They're excited, but I don't like this situation this deep in their own territory. They have to be careful with the ball.
And you just, you were just saying with the adrenaline, with the crowd that they have here, playoff football, you have to remain calm and make smart plays.
Yes, sir. Exactly right.
Here comes the snap, and it's handed off to Estrada in the middle.
He just
tripped up. Tripped up. He might have even tripped up on his lineman. And I think he did.
Yeah, he did.
And unfortunately, there was a hole there. And if he would have got past that second level, he might have been gone.
Yep, that's exactly right. So that brings an end to the third quarter.
End of the third quarter, where Amarillo leads El Dorado 49-42. We'll be back for the fourth quarter right after these messages.
This game is brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Texas.
Welcome back. This is the road to the UIL State Championship presented by your Texas Ford dealers. Amarillo Sandies lead 49-42 over the home team, the El Dorado Aztecs. And Coach, we have ourselves a game here.
Yeah, we do. You should have seen that crowd during the transition. I mean, they were all up and ready to go here for the El Dorado Aztecs.
And we got second down and 8. Here's the snap, handoff to Estrada. It's a reverse. Sanders has it. He has a blocker. He makes a move. He's got some room. He crosses the 35, 40, 50. No one around.
No one's going to catch him.
20, 10, touchdown.
90-yard touchdown by Jadarius Sanders on a great play call by Coach Frank Martinez.
And again, Coach, you said it right. The momentum, the crowd was behind them. They made a smart play. Nice move by Sanders. Juked him, gets across the 50, and no one's there.
Yeah. And again, the other thing that you have to consider in calling plays like that is the aggressiveness of the Amarillo defense. And you can use that aggressiveness against them, and that's another example right there.
And unfortunately, Coach, I think I see a flag here at the 45-yard line on the white part of the 45-yard line here. The officials are talking, so we'll see what happens.
It's probably
a celebration penalty, maybe.
Or a sideline warning.
Yep. Touchdown counts.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's what that was about. About the sideline stuff.
Yeah. Yep. Well, that's one thing the officials are always worried about is running, covering that sideline, and then, coaches and players getting in their way, and that can cause some injury.
And again, Coach, we said it already about 3 times in the last 5 minutes. The adrenaline, the energy, you got to make smart plays and do smart things. There's the PAT. It is up, and it is good. We have a 49-49 football game here, Coach. We'll be right back after these quick messages.
This game is brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Texas.
Welcome back. The road to the UIL State Championship presented by your Texas Ford dealers. Amarillo, El Dorado, 49 in this 5A D1 Division I by district football game, Coach. What a game it is.
Yeah, it's been a great game so far. And, looking back on that replay and watching Sanders run that reverse, as soon as he juked that last defender at about the 20-yard line, he knew, he was determined he was going to get into that end zone.
And you mentioned something, Coach, taking advantage of the defensive, I don't want to say over-aggressiveness, but it kind of is because they get so deep into the backfield. When that happens, there goes Sanders.
Yep, exactly right.
Second touchback that we've seen. Once again, I want to see the rest of the night here.
Well, I understand your point, but from my experiences, sometimes with these kickers, you tell them to do something, and sometimes it doesn't really turn out that way.
You're right.
I mean, you can sit there and tell them, kick it in the end zone, and then somebody's going to kick it to the 15-yard line and get a return.
Yep, exactly, Coach. So, well, 1st and 10 now for the Sandies of Amarillo. They'll have it from their own 25-yard line. Tie ball game, 11:43 here in quarter number 4.
And now the pressure is on the El Dorado defense here.
And there's a long pass to start it off over the shoulder, and it is caught. Wow, again. No.
Oh, it's an interception.
Interception here. Let's check that replay. It's up and over, and they both come down with it, and he pulls it out of his hands, Coach Evan Corral.
And that's very much like the same play that happened in the first half where the Amarillo corner took it away from Jadarius Sanders.
Yeah, you're right, Coach. And then that one, they both came down at the same time with the ball. And when they came up off the ground, the defender for the Aztecs had it.
Yep. And that's a great job of coverage by Evan Corral that time. You could tell he wasn't going to get beat. He ran stride for stride with that receiver all the way to the ball.
And it was right there on the sideline of Amarillo, and there was no complaints from the Amarillo sideline because they were right in front of it.
Yep.
So they could not argue with the call.
Well, here comes the big possession here for the El Dorado Aztecs. Still plenty of time left here in the ball game, but this would be a big series for the offense for El Dorado.
There's a snap flag. It's going to be either false start or probably.
Yep, and that's not the way you want to start off.
False start is correct there. 5-yard penalty. Again, Coach, I'll say it once again. The adrenaline, the energy, the atmosphere, it does get intense. It's a lot, and especially,
It is. Sure it is.
15, 16, 17-year-old kids, right?
Yep.
But you train for this all year
You
long.
do.
All year long.
You do.
So you have to be able to calm down and do the right things. 1st and 15 here now for the Aztecs.
And priority number 1 for the Aztecs is get those 5 yards back and more.
There you go. Here's the snap here. Hand off to Estrada. They're right all over him in the backfield, but he breaks 3 tackles, a 4th, and here he goes to the 30. One more defender at the 10, 5, and touchdown. No flags.
No flags.
There is the first lead of the night for El Dorado, Coach.
60-yard touchdown run by Ryan Estrada, and he did what he does best.
I mean, that's why he's going D1 to the
right.
Big Ten, Coach,
Yep.
because of plays like that.
Yep. And a nice job of blocking as well. Blocking that edge over there in order for him to turn the corner.
Here comes the PAT once again. High-scoring affair here in sack number 2. It is up and good. With the score now 56-49 in favor of El Dorado High School. We'll take a quick break and be right back after this message.
This game is brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Texas.
Welcome back. The road to the UIL State Championship presented by your Texas Ford dealers. And the first lead of the night for the Aztecs, 56-49, comes with 11:22 left in the fourth quarter. And the momentum is truly on the side of El Dorado High School as they were coming off the field, and the home crowd really getting into it again, Coach.
Everybody's into it now, and again, one of the things that you have to consider here, the experience of the El Dorado Aztecs from last season being in this playoff game, knowing that there's still over 11 minutes left in the ballgame.
So there's a lot of time for
is.
both teams.
Yep.
As again, this is a high-scoring affair here, 56-49. Here comes the kickoff, and it gets down, and it is another touchdown.
That's 3 in a row.
So here comes the defense for El Dorado High School, and here comes the offense for Amarillo, which they've slowed down just a little bit, Coach.
Yeah.
But you cannot count them out at all.
No, you can't. You can't. They've already shown in the first half what they can do, their potential offensively. So right now, if you're the El Dorado Aztecs, you just play the game just like you've been playing here in the second half. Keep your man in front of you and make some plays.
Jet Lopez, the quarterback who had 36 TDs on the year, only threw 6 interceptions, had one just a while ago. And he comes and fakes the handoff. There's pressure, gets the pass off, and
nice
it's catch.
catch.
There's no one there. He's got a blocker, gets to the 40, cuts over midfield, has one more blocker, down to the 15-yard line where he's brought down by an Aztec defender at about the 12-yard line.
Nice call there by the offensive coordinator for the Amarillo Sandies, and wide open in the flats, as you can see there. Good pressure by El Dorado defensively, but Jet Lopez found his receiver quickly.
And it was Jude Donovan once again.
Yep.
And there's a handoff to Donovan, finds a hole, squeezes through, and scores for a touchdown. Just like that, 2 plays there, Coach.
Yep.
And brings it to within 1 point, PAT coming.
Yep. Very important PAT coming here, but a nice drive here by the Amarillo Sandies. Changed it up a bit. It's the first time they've actually thrown that little half-screen pass that they did there. So they found something in the defense of the El Dorado Aztecs.
And I just want to, credit once again Donovan, because on that pass play, he brought it in with his fingertips. And then on this run play, there was just a small seam for him to get through. There's the PAT up and good, 56-56 with 10:50. We'll take a quick break and be right back after these messages.
I've seen a lot of Texas out on the open road, from up in Amarillo down to San Antone. No matter where I travel, one thing remains the same. Everybody loves Ford here in the Lone Star State. Ford is the best in Texas.
Welcome back. The road to the UIL State Championship presented by your Texas Ford dealers, where we have a tied ball game, 56-all between the El Dorado Aztecs and the Amarillo Sandies. 10:50 left on the clock, Coach. What a game.
Yeah, all evened up. 10 minutes, 50 seconds. Figure out who's gonna move to the second round.
There you go, Coach. And again, the winner of this one will face the winner of Fort Worth Wyatt and Richland. So we'll find out who's going to face the winners of that game. And there's the pooch kick taken from about the 18-yard line. And that is Sanders. He finds a hole. If he breaks a couple tackles, he could, and he does. Down to the 30, the 20, 10, and a touchdown. Seconds off the clock there, Coach.
80-yard kickoff return once again by Jadarius Sanders.
Unbelievable, Coach. I did not see that coming at all. When he took the ball there, I thought he'll gain about 5, 10, 15, 20 yards maybe, but he broke a couple tackles.
He did.
And he was gone.
Yep. Well, that's what you call an athlete. That is really a high-level athlete there that is able to do that.
And you know, Coach, for me personally, right, and maybe even other defenders, there's a PAT. It is 63-56. I'll get back to my thought right after these messages, Coach. Oh, we're going to stay here, actually. Again, this broadcast, the road to the UIL State Championship, presented by your Texas Ford dealers, being produced by EP Sports Network. Again, my name is Andy Morelos, joined alongside Hall of Fame coach Tony Grijalva. And, you know, Coach, again, I was just saying, my focus and maybe focus of many defenders is Ryan Estrada.
Oh, yeah.
And people tend to, you know, I don't want to say forget about Sanders, but not put so much emphasis on him when he could do things like that.
Sure. And, you know, last year when they played each other, the focus was on Ryan Estrada. And Jadarius Sanders didn't really have the experience last year. You know, coming into this year, Coach Martinez tried to change the offense a little bit to focus more on Jadarius Sanders and not so much on Ryan Estrada. And so far, it's worked out.
And here comes the kickoff from the Aztecs to Amarillo High School. We'll see if it's another touchback or a pooch kick. Could go either way right now.
That's true.
It goes deep, and it will be into the end zone for a touchback where it'll be a 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line for Amarillo High School.
Right. So now we're at the point, it's not about who's going to score. It's about who's going to make a stop.
You're right, Coach, because that was the key for the Aztecs earlier, because the Sandys had so much momentum, scoring, I believe, 7 scoring drives in a row.
Correct.
And it wasn't until that first stop where the momentum started to shift a little bit towards the El Dorado Aztec side of things.
Yep, exactly right. And right now, there's a balance. I think both teams have a little bit of momentum. We'll see who comes out on top here in the last 10 minutes.
1st and 10, handoff in the middle, and gains about 4 to 5 yards, 5-yard gain. Spotted back to 4-yard gain here. 2nd and 6 coming for Amarillo High School.
That's Donovan with the carry. And once again, the Amarillo Sandys not changing anything, still running the ball or attempting to run the ball here.
Here's the handoff. Goes to Donovan. Cuts in the middle. Gains a 1st down there. Great second effort by Donovan. Gains about 6 yards there. Goes to, looks like the 37-yard line.
Yeah, you saw that replay there. He just falls forward. I thought he was going to be a little bit short, but he falls forward for a 1st down.
And here's the snap. Fake handoff. Rolls out to the right side. There's a little bit of pressure. And it's going to be a sack. It is a sack, number 23 there, Coach, for El Dorado High School.
Yep, the defensive end there for the El Dorado Aztecs, number 23, Moses Lopez, with another big play for the Aztecs.
And he was defending great there because he really broke down.
He broke down.
Lopez gave a little pump fake, and he didn't bite on it.
Nope.
And he was able to wrap up. And then number 50 for El Dorado, Noah Mlefe, came in and helped finish him off.
Yep. And also, you got to give credit to the secondary for coverage on that play as well.
And here's a run to the left side. Finds a big hole. Donovan does. Gains a 1st down after a big sack there by the Aztecs.
Exactly. The Amarillo Sandys, they come back here again with that play. A nice run. Good speed by Donovan. And a nice blocking there at the point of attack.
So a big 1st down here for Amarillo. Gets them across the 50-yard line to the 45. 1st and 10. There's the snap. Roll out to the right side and short.
Yeah, that time it was Jet Lopez trying to hit that short flats out there. And under pressure, the pass was a little bit short.
2nd and 10 coming. We'll see what happens here for the Sandys and how the Aztecs defend it. 8:55 left on the clock here in the 4th quarter. 63-56 is the score. 2nd and 10. Run up the middle. Donovan once again with the ball and gains about 5 yards there.
5 yards on a simple inside run there. Brings up, I believe it's 3rd down now. 3rd down about 5.
3rd and 5 from the 40-yard line. We'll see what the Sandys do here. They got a lot of options. They've done a lot of things tonight with a lot of different formations, Coach.
Yeah, that's very true, and it's one thing that the defense has to be aware of.
Trips over to the right side. Donovan nope, it's a fake handoff to Donovan. Lopez keeps a big hole, gets the first down, squeezes out of a tackle there, still up, and finally taken down, but does have the first down, crossing the 35 to the 34-yard line.
Yeah, good effort there by Lopez. He knew exactly where that marker was, and that's where he wanted to run to, and he got there. Very close, but he did get there.
Yeah, Lopez so athletic, can do so
yeah.
much too. And the way he throws the ball, Coach, I mean, just kind of a multi-threat kind of player.
Oh, yeah, he is.
1st and 10 now here from the 34-yard line for the Sandys. There's some motion going over the right. There is a handoff. I believe that's Donovan. Big hole. Nobody's going to catch him.
Nope.
5-yard line. In for the touchdown. Amarillo High School. With 7:36 left in the game.
And I thought maybe that was a mix-up there on the defensive front for the El Dorado Aztecs, because it really doesn't open up that much. Good blocking, though, by the Sandys offensive line.
And takes it in there for another touchdown. Here comes the PAT. Once again, every point is critical right now.
Sure.
So it's 63-62 PAT attempt coming. Here's the snap. It is up. And it is good with 7:36 left in this game, fourth quarter at least. 63-63 Amarillo and El Dorado. We'll be right back after this message.
This game is brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Texas.
I just clicked on it, but there's no... Welcome back. The road to the UIL State Championship presented by your Texas Ford dealers, where we have a tied ball game, Coach. 63-63 with 7:36 left in the fourth quarter. And wow, the offense for both these teams. However, you know, there was a kickoff return, a couple of kickoff returns. So, I mean, just so many different ways that these teams have scored tonight.
Exactly right. And I think it's going to come down to whoever has the ball last and scores may be the victor here.
Oh, and there was a pooch kick, fair catch called, and they ran into each other. The Aztecs did. That little scary situation there.
Yeah, it is. You got to be able to communicate out there so that you don't make those types of mistakes.
And 1st and 10 coming now for the El Dorado Aztecs. 63-63 ball game between these two explosive offensive coach. That's the way I'm going to say it now.
Yeah. Well, you know, now, Eddie, is when the time actually becomes a factor. So if you're El Dorado, do you want to take your time to drive the ball down the field, or do you want to score as quickly as you can?
And you're right, Coach. And, you know, in my own opinion, I want to say you score as quickly as you can, because you got to take every opportunity you get to score the football.
Yep. There's Ryan Estrada on the GT counter once again, trying to run inside.
Picks up about 3 yards there, bringing up 2nd and 7 for El Dorado High School. And we'll see if they continue to go to him or how they're going to use him, because, again, when they fake it with Estrada, that opens things up.
Sure.
We've seen Sanders do quite a few things for the Aztecs tonight, so we'll see what happens right here.
Yep. The only, I think the important thing for the El Dorado Aztecs, again, is to stay in front of the chains.
There is the handoff to Estrada. He finds a little seam there, squeezes in for about 2 yards there, bringing up a big 3rd down for El Dorado High School.
Yeah, and it looked like when he got the handoff, he saw that seam open up, but it closed very quickly.
Very quickly, as we've seen all night, these defenders for Amarillo High School, they can do a lot as well. Strong, fast, athletic.
Yeah, big down here for the El Dorado Aztecs. 3rd down and 5. I don't know if this is 2-down territory for the El Dorado Aztecs, but you have to look at the clock. We're getting on to 6 minutes.
Big 3rd down here. Shotgun formation. 2 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. Here's the snap there. Estrada stays back and blocks, and it's an interception. That is a big interception made and gets back over to about the 18-yard line.
That is, I'm trying to get the number 1 for the Amarillo Sandys. That is Creed Cavalier, the defensive back, and Bryson Booth never saw him.
Never saw
as
him.
He came across.
Cavalier, I believe, read his eyes because the way he attacked that ball, intercepted it, and was in full sprint already when he caught it to gain all the yardage to get down to the 19-yard line.
Exactly, and it looked like Bryson Booth might have forced that a little bit, throwing back across his body, and that's something really you don't want to do at this part of the field.
1st and 10 for Amarillo High School. We're at 63-63 with 6:06 left on the clock in the 4th quarter. And we'll see if they go to Donovan, but Lopez can throw the ball. There is the handoff to Donovan. Finds a seam there in the middle, continues to go, rumbling, stumbling, bumbling into the end zone. Carries about 3 defenders with him while his teammates help him into the end zone there, Coach.
Yeah, that's just a power run. You know, he's got speed. He also has power that time. As you can see, he finds a seam inside and then takes it all the way into the end zone.
69-63 with the PAT coming now. And again, under the 6-minute mark now. Again, you got to score any opportunity, any chance you get, Coach.
Correct. That is correct.
Here's the snap. Kick is up and good with the score. 70-63 in favor of Amarillo High School. 5:57 left on the clock. We'll be right back after this message.
I've seen a lot of Texas out on the open road. From up in Amarillo down to San Antonio. No matter where I travel, one thing remains the same. Everybody loves Ford here in the Lone Star State. Ford is the best in Texas.
Welcome back. The road to the UIL State Championship presented by your Texas Ford dealers. We are here in El Paso, Texas, where Amarillo High School leads 70-63 against the home team, El Dorado High School. Coach, it's been a great game.
It has been a great game, and it's been back and forth. And aside from that crucial mistake by Bryson Booth, who is a junior, by the way, so he lacks a little bit of experience, but you still got just under 6 minutes left, and El Dorado will get another possession right now.
And again, credit to Creed Cavalier for reading that so darn well. Here's the pooch kick once again, and it's not fair caught. It's picked up by Sanders. He makes a juke. Breaks the tackle, and they brought him down by the shoelaces. That tackle was made by number 31, Jake Zumbrun.
Yeah, that was a very important tackle there, because if he gets away there, he's got some room.
He definitely would have had some room there. Made a nice move to break one tackle, and again, that shoelace tackle really saved the Sandys on that play there.
Yeah. So for the El Dorado Aztecs now, they're down 1 score. They're not out of it yet. They've got a little bit under 6 minutes left. They just got to run their offense. It's been successful here every time they've had a possession so far. So we'll see how this one goes.
And you can see that they've gained confidence throughout the game, because they fell behind early on, but have battled all the way back, took the lead, and now they have a chance still. Fake, and it's caught. First play, just like we were saying. All the way down for a touchdown.
So Bryson Booth made up for his mistake from the previous downs, from the previous possession. Made a nice throw there on that RPO, the run pass option. And the El Dorado Aztecs on the board once more.
And again, that time I think they used both Sanders and Estrada as decoys.
They did.
So that really opened things up for that play to happen there. So here comes the PAT, and if this goes through, that'll be 140 points in this game so far, Coach. It is up and it is good. 70-70, and we'll be right back after these messages. Welcome back. The road to the UIL State Championship presented by your Texas Ford dealers. It's a 70-70 ball game. And looks like we had another pooch kick there, Coach. And going back to it.
Yep.
5:40 left in this fourth quarter. Again, one play there, and it tied it right back up.
Yep. And I thought this was going to be a high-scoring affair just because of each team's offense. I did not think it was going to be 70-70 with 5 minutes left in the ball game.
Well, Rashad Bryant scored the last touchdown. He came into the game with 9 TDs on the year, and I'm sure he was ecstatic after that one.
That he was. So now it's the Sandy's turn on offense.
We'll see what they do here. Again, Lopez is in there at the quarterback, and he's been spectacular all night long. Hands it to Donovan, who's been spectacular. And there he goes, 40, 30, 20, 10, one play, and a touchdown.
75 yards that time. And again, the Sandys, they found something there defensively for the Aztecs because no one touched him for 75 yards.
And Coach, if this continues to happen where it's one play and a touchdown, we could see 200 points on the board.
That is true.
Because there's still 5 minutes, 28 seconds left in the game here. So Here comes the PAT. PAT is up, and it's no good.
Oh, no good.
It was low there,
Wow.
Coach. It was a line drive. So that makes the score 76-70. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back after this message. Welcome back. The road to the UIL State Championship presented by your Texas Ford dealerships. We have a ball game, and it's a high-scoring affair. Amarillo leads 76-70. The Sandys missed their PAT, and there's a pooch kick caught at the 25-yard line. Goes out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. That was number 11, Coach.
Yep, that was Josiah Andujo with the return. And not bad field position here for the El Dorado Aztecs. It looks like they're marking it at the 29-yard line.
29-yard line, 1st and 10. Again, Coach, very interesting because that PAT was missed.
Yes.
And the way the scoring goes, the El Dorado Aztecs have the ball right now. And, they could take a lead.
That's true. And, as easily as Amarillo has been scoring every possession, if I'm the El Dorado Aztecs, I want to take some time off the clock here.
Yeah.
I have the advantage of being in possession of the ball. So, I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
And here comes the play here. There's some motion coming from the left side to the right side. There's the handoff. No, fake handoff to Estrada. Booth keeps it. Gains about 4 yards there. No, maybe 2 to 3. See where they spot it.
Nice job by the Sandy defense. They did not get fooled at all. There was 4 defensive players there waiting for Bryson Booth as he turned up the field.
As you mentioned earlier, once they close in quickly, Coach.
They do.
Very, very fast. And here comes the play running in. Once again, is Booth. The quarterback goes into the huddle, makes the call there. The line comes up. They're going to get set here. 3 receivers to the left-hand side. Estrada's in the backfield. There's the snap. Handoff to Estrada. He goes up the middle, and he runs forward to about the 37-yard line. See where they mark it. The 38 looks like it'll be short, about a yard short of the first down.
Yep, it'll be 3rd and 1 once again for the Aztecs, and I'm sure at this point.
Third and 1 here, 4 minutes, 18 seconds on the clock, 76-70. The Amarillo Sandies currently lead here. Big third down right here, Coach.
Yep.
I mean, I know you were talking about, taking some time off, but you also got to get the first downs.
Well, yeah, that's we assumed we could do that. But that time, once again, this is Bryson Booth with a keeper.
And he breaks a tackle, first down and more, crosses the 50, gets hit hard, and taken down at the 45-yard line on the side of the Sandies.
Nice execution on that read. It was like a read handoff to Ryan Estrada, but he saw that defensive end close down, pulled it, made good yardage, and the El Dorado Aztecs are in good position right now.
And using Estrada and sometimes Sanders as, deceiving, that opens things up.
It does.
First and 10 here now for El Dorado High School. They're at the 35-yard line. 3 minutes, 20 seconds left in this fourth quarter. Timeout called, and I'm not too sure. I think it was El Dorado who called it.
Yes, it was El Dorado. When they broke the huddle and lined up, the two receivers on the far side, neither of them were on the line of scrimmage. So they were going to throw a penalty, and Coach Martinez saw that real quick and called a timeout because they were misaligned.
And that's unfortunate, Coach, because that's twice now here in this second half, I believe, where they had to call timeouts because of being misaligned. Once on offense now, and the other time was on defense.
Exactly. And the El Dorado Aztecs don't have any timeouts. So that's something that's going to come into play, I'm sure, as we get further down to the end of the ballgame.
We'll see what the Aztecs do. And, again, it's a 76-70 ball game, and the Aztecs currently have the ball with 3:17 left on the clock. This is a big first and 10 here, as like you mentioned, Coach. You would like to take some time off the clock, right? Mm-hmm. Because as we've seen all night long, Amarillo can score on just one play.
Exactly. That's the scary part. So right now it's first and 10. The ball is marked at the 35-yard line of Amarillo.
Estrada is in the backfield with Booth. Play clock starts. After that timeout, first and 10 for the Aztecs. Motion, handoff to Estrada, finds a seam, breaks a tackle, gets a first down, close to the 20-yard line at about the 21-yard line there, Coach.
Great call once again on that misdirection. Jadarius Sanders, motion across the formation, the handoff on the counter to Ryan Estrada, and gets just enough room to slip by and get another first down.
And as you said earlier, he runs with a purpose. He was running with a purpose right there, carrying his team across for another first down. The clock continues to run, 2:53, 2:52, first and 10 at the 21-yard line.
And it'll be interesting to see when the Amarillo Sandies will call their timeouts. They do have 3 timeouts left.
Again, the PAT miss, huge. Estrada gets the ball once again, goes to the left side, and the defenders for Amarillo swarm him that time, Coach.
Yeah, they tried that little misdirection again without the motion, but this time the Sandies defense was there to make the stop.
And as you've already mentioned, El Dorado has no timeouts left. Amarillo has all 3 of their timeouts left, and it looks like the Aztecs are just taking their time.
Yep, they are.
And let's see here as they're both going to the sidelines.
They're going to wait for the 2-minute
timeout, and we'll go ahead and take that alongside with them. We'll be right back after these messages.
This game is brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Texas.
Welcome back. The road to the UIL State Championship presented by your Texas Ford dealers. where we have ourselves an amazing, spectacular, exciting ball game. 76-70, Amarillo leads. 2 minutes left in the clock, Coach. What do you think goes on right here, Coach?
I think you're a bit excited, Eddie.
A little bit. First experience of Texas playoff football,
There
Coach.
you go.
Coming in from New Mexico, and we get to do this here, Coach.
Yep. Second down and 11 looks like for the El Dorado Aztecs. Again, right now, they just need positive yardage. They don't really need a big play right here.
Ryan Estrada in the backfield with Booth, the quarterback. Booth gives it to Estrada, goes to the left side. He's got a blocker, breaks a tackle, gains about 6 yards there, bringing up a big third down here for the Aztecs.
Yeah, and the El Dorado Aztecs offensively continue to attack that right side of the Amarillo defense, and trying to turn the corner over there was Ryan Estrada.
As you mentioned, the coaches on both sides of the field, they know where the weaknesses are at.
Sure.
They know where to attack, and they must see something on that side of the field to keep giving the ball to Estrada for hopefully he breaks one open.
Exactly.
Third down coming, 3rd and 7 here, 1:54 left on the clock. And again, 76-70, Amarillo leads. Big third down, Estrada in the backfield once again. Booth gets the ball, the toss to Estrada. He keeps it, he stretches it out. The defenders are all there, and he goes out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 19.
Yeah, nice job, nice penetration by the defense for the Sandys. That was Creed Cavalier that forced Estrada a little bit wider than he wanted to go. 4th down.
This is big, Coach.
This is big.
4th and 7 with 1:47 left on the clock, and Amarillo leads 76-70. If Amarillo makes the stop, they have all 3 of their timeouts. El Dorado has no timeouts.
Right. And that is a big key here as we wind down in this ball game.
4th down and 7. The Aztecs have the ball, and Amarillo calls their first timeout, Coach. We were wondering when they would do that.
Yep.
And, it's probably the smartest time to do that for their defense right now.
Yeah. When you look at
So again, Coach, this is the 4th and 7 here, 1:47 left. And Coach, we were talking, the Sandys can score in an instant.
yes, they can, and that's the danger right now. But priority right now for El Dorado Aztecs is they got to get the ball in the end zone. Right now, you saw in that before they call a timeout, you saw in the formation to the near side down here, you had Jadarius Sanders against A.J. Randall. That's going to be a one-on-one matchup, and that may be where Coach Martinez wants to go.
Again, you said priority number 1, scoring the touchdown. Along with that, you would hope that just even a first down right now to get 7 yards to keep this drive going.
Exactly.
And again, the time would keep going, so take some time off the clock. And again, here we go back to the action. 4th and 7, 1:47 left on the clock here. Big 4th down, probably the biggest 4th down of the season for these teams.
Without a doubt.
Shotgun formation, pistol there. Fake to Estrada. There's a pass there, and he is open, and it is a touchdown for the Aztecs. Rashawn Bryant.
And let me tell you, that throw by Bryson Booth, the junior Bryson Booth, he was very experienced throw. He set it just where he needed to on that corner route, just over the head of the defender.
And the defender, once again, that time, Creed Cavalier, who had just a slight stumble there, Coach, and it made enough of an opening for that perfect pass that you just described.
Great call by the offensive coordinator, Coach Martinez. The all-important extra point is up and good.
Making the score 77-76 with 1:39 left to play in this quarter. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
I've seen a lot of Texas out on the open road. From up in Amarillo down to San Antone. No matter where I travel, one thing remains the same. Everybody loves Ford here in the Lone Star State. Ford is the best in Texas.
Welcome back. The road to the UIL State Championship presented by your Texas Ford dealers. Oh, buckle up, people. Amarillo and El Dorado, we have a ball game. El Dorado leads 77-76 with 1:39 left on the clock. Coach, again, the Sandys, their offense, pretty darn good though.
Yeah, the question is, did the El Dorado Aztecs leave too much time for the Sandys with 1:39 and 2 timeouts left?
And there is a deep kick. He fumbles it a little bit there, but he finds a hole.
Oh, fumble. Nope.
No, they call him down.
I thought the ball had rolled on the turf there.
Yeah, and again, he muffed it there at the goal line. He picked it right back up, found the seam there, and got good yardage, getting to about, looks like they're going to mark it the 27-yard line.
Yep. So, this is the ball game. 1:31 left here in the ball game. 2 timeouts for the Amarillo Sandys, and they have to travel 73 yards to get a score.
And you hear the crowd is very much into it. The home crowd of El Dorado High School, they have shown up. The crowd for Amarillo is up on their feet. There is a pass. It's a deep one down the middle. The defenders are there, and it's an interception. It is caught by number 13, I believe, Andrew Estrada, if I'm not mistaken. We'll get the confirmation.
Yes, it is. Andrew Estrada with the play of the game. The Amarillo Sandys wanted to go for it all on one play.
I mean, why not? Because their quarterback, Jet Lopez, has been on point all night long. The only mistake was there was 2 defenders there this time.
Well, this time, we talked about the secondary and how they miscommunicated and how they were out of position. On that play, they were exactly where they needed to be.
And they made the adjustment.
They did.
Couldn't come at a more perfect time, Coach.
Yeah, exactly right.
So the El Dorado Aztecs will get the ball back. Again, you mentioned earlier, was it too much time? Right now there's 1:22 left. You have one of the best running backs in all of the state of Texas in Ryan Estrada, but he's also got a partner in Sanders. So again, what do the Aztecs do here? We'll see how the defense for the Amarillo Sandys respond.
Yep. Well, number one priority, they've got to protect the football.
Here's the snap. Give it to Ryan Estrada. He makes one defender. Nope, they stay on him. And the clock continues to run. There should be a timeout called. Timeout is called. We'll go ahead and stay here. And again, Coach, I mean, what a game we have here. And again, the defense for Amarillo is good.
Yeah.
The offense for the Aztecs is also pretty darn good.
Right.
So how do they respond to each other right now?
Yeah, right. Well, right now it just comes down to getting a first down. If the El Dorado Aztecs get the first down, the game is pretty much over at this point. I was surprised that Amarillo went for a deep on that first down play.
And we'll see how they respond here. I want to see if they're going to use Estrada as a decoy once again to open up something for the other running backs or receivers, because they need to gain some yards here. It's 2nd and 13.
Yeah, they don't want to get to 4th down and long and have to pressure or have to throw the ball. That's for sure.
Yep, so we'll see how they respond. Spectacular atmosphere here coming up on 2nd and 13. You hear the crowd all into it. I mean, both sides of the stands, everybody's standing. There's not a single person in this stadium here that is sitting down.
Oh, you're right.
Here's the handoff to Estrada. They're all over, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 defenders on Estrada. And again, there's a timeout called. 1:08 left on the clock, and that will bring up a 3rd down and 13. Coach, again, they're going to key on Estrada, like I said, and like you've said all day long.
Yeah, but that's the last time out for the Sandys. Now we need a mathematician up here to figure out, with the play clock at 25 seconds, they cannot stop the clock anymore. Amarillo cannot. It is 3rd down. You run a play here, get it to 4th down. Do you punt? I'm sure you're going to punt it away. You're not going to give the Sandys the ball here at this part of the field. So the question is, how much time can the El Dorado Aztecs run off here between now and the time they get to fourth down.
You know, and I'm even wondering, Coach, from the outside looking in, and maybe you can give your opinion, you know, do you even think of throwing the ball here at all?
No, I wouldn't. And I'm sure that the Sandys are not expecting that. They're gonna key on Estrada, as you mentioned.
And here's two running backs in the backfield. They go a hard count, trying to get them to jump off sides, maybe gain, maybe get 5 more yards. That happened earlier, helped them out there.
It did.
And 8 seconds left on the play clock here. Adjustments made by the defense. Fake handoff. Nice block there, but the other defenders are there, and they keep them in bounds. Yes, they do. So the clock will run. It's under a minute to go, bringing up 4th down. Great deception, nice block, but the defense for the Sandys is just they're too fast.
Yeah, they tried to run that read option once again, taking the handoff to Ryan Estrada to the left, and then Bryson Booth trying to take it around the end, but couldn't quite get to that point.
And the Sandys wanted the clock to stop, but both his feet were in bounds when he was brought down. So I agree with that. They'll take the delay of game here, I believe.
Yep, they'll take the delay
take it all the way down to under
5
20 seconds. Yep, here we go.
There's going to be 17 seconds left.
No, they get it off.
They do get it off.
And the punt is taken from about the 30. Taking it across the field to the 50, still up on his feet. There's a big block there. Cross all the way to the 30-yard line, and 1 second left on the clock. One more play here. Here comes the last play of the game. What a run back there by Creed Cavalier.
Yeah, that was a great run. Caught it on the near side here, made his way all the way over to the far side there. That time, and with his speed, he got some good yardage.
That was a spectacular run back because nobody expected that. I was surprised they got it off, Coach.
Yeah, that is very true. So 1 second left on the clock. Oh, they're going to try a field goal.
It's a 1-point ball game. This is a 42-yard attempt here by Sam Webb for all the marbles. It is up. It has not the distance. No good. El Dorado wins 77-76. And this is the road to the UIL State Championship presented by your Texas Ford dealers. What a ball game, Coach.
Wow. That's you can't imagine a closer, better ending than what we just saw.
And you know, it's hard to give a player of the game because this was a full team effort.
It certainly was.
From Bryson Booth, the quarterback, to Sanders, the receiver, to Estrada, the running back.
Exactly right. And you have to credit Coach Frank Martinez, his staff, and all his players. This is what they were playing this season for after a disappointing loss last year, and they came through.
So again, El Dorado will next face the winner of Fort Worth Riot against Richland. And we'll go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll be right back after these messages.
I've seen a lot of Texas out on the open road. From up in Amarillo down to San Antonio. No matter where I travel, one thing remains the same. Everybody loves Ford here in the Lone Star State. Ford is the best in Texas.
Welcome back. This was the road to the UIL State Championship presented by your Texas Ford dealers. Coach, what a game, Coach. 77-76. We saw everything tonight.
Yeah, this is what you call a playoff game. This was one of the games that neither of those teams out there wanted to lose. And they played that way, and it was an exceptional ball game.
You know, we were talking, giving credit to, the offense, but I want to make sure to credit the defense for the Aztecs because they made a couple of important stops to, come out victorious 77-76.
Right. Well, you have to credit the whole El Dorado team because, as I mentioned, somewhere around the second quarter, things didn't look very good. I
Yeah.
mean, it was a question whether you want to stay in this game or do you want to just say, well, let's just play 4 quarters, And credit to them, credit to the coaching staff. They got behind each other, got that momentum going, and this is what happened.
You're right. You're so right, Coach, because in that second quarter, but they kept on battling.
They
The
did.
Aztecs did, and they scored the same amount of points in that second quarter as the Sandys did. And we kept on going back and forth, you and I, saying, hey, they're still in it. They're still in it. Then they took that first lead in the third quarter, and momentum was fully on their side.
Right. And, we had talked to Coach Frank Martinez before, and after last season, he was disappointed with the loss after an undefeated season. And he told me, this year is going to be different. And this year it is different because they're going to the next round.
And, again, we're talking about Ryan Estrada. Every time he ran the ball, you mentioned it, he ran with a purpose.
Oh, yeah.
And again, that's why he's going D1.
Yeah, and again, we talked to Ryan at the beginning of the season when we did our photo shoot, and that was number one on his mind. He says, Coach, we want to get to the next level. We want to get to the next round. And they've accomplished that. Congratulations to them.
And, I got to say this about Ryan Estrada, bringing up about that, at the very start, it was in the summertime. I was there when you guys were doing the photo shoot. Mm-hmm. You could tell he's a very humble, hard-working young man.
No, he definitely is. And, again, very well-deserved victory.
So that's win number 10 for El Dorado High School this season. Back-to-back district championships. Now a bi-district championship where they're going to go on, move forward, and they're going to face the winner of Fort Worth Wyatt or Richland. Wyatt 8-2 on the year, Richland 7-3, Coach.
Exactly, and we're going to wait for the outcome of that game. I have not seen the score yet, but once we get that, they'll iron out where they're going to play, what day and what time. I'm assuming since those teams are Metroplex teams, the game will be somewhere in Midland, Odessa, something like that.
Well, again, Coach, this is humongous for El Dorado. Of course, they played Amarillo last year, foul last year, win this year. But how big is this for the city of El Paso as well?
Yeah, and there's been several teams actually that have made it on to the area rounds tonight. Eastwood did. Congratulations to them. Andress did as well. Congratulations to them as well. So we'll have at least 3 teams that are going to move on and get to play one more week.
And again, that's so spectacular for all of El Paso. We love our Texas football.
Yep.
And again, you mentioned it earlier. You said, Eddie, you're a little excited. It's because we're doing Texas playoff football here tonight, Coach. What a spectacular game we had.
Yeah, and then we weren't expecting a 70. What was the final?
77-76, over 140 points scored tonight. I was wondering if we might have made it to 100 points. But let's go ahead and wrap this up. On behalf of Ace and Artie doing the producing tonight, Johnny Tagg on the camera for you, Coach. Tony Grijalva, thank you so much. This is the road for the UIL State Championship presented by your Texas Ford dealer. We'll see you in the next one.